she is always, always, always happy. She's like the happiest dog. Like Ron gets a little melancholy at times. Sophie's just old. She doesn't even know what's going on. I think she might have dementia or she can't hear anything. By the way, Sophie's on both Prozac and hydrocodone.
You got any extra?
Yeah.
God forbid somebody's happy around here. You know what I mean, Jack? Week 2 of the NFL season is on the horizon, and yes, we've got your real Dodgers talk as the race to the Fall Classic heats up, beating down those stinking Padres. And we'll get a full recap from Mace's night at the ballpark with Beto, producer Jorge, and producer Funches. Mace met Fernando. And finally, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver talked about tougher resting policy. What's next for Adam Silver? Will he come after Mace's vacation? We'll get into that as well. Let's get to it. The OGs of LA Sports Radio, Mason and Otto, in your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon. So, John, last night, fantastic time at Dodger Stadium. Went with Beto Duran, who he would be elected the mayor of Dodger Stadium.
I have heard that before.
He
Going to a
seems
game
to
with
know
him?
virtually everybody.
It's great. Did you get to go to different seats?
Went to traveled around. Although we were mostly left field pavilion. I don't even know if we had seats. People kept coming up and saying those are my seats, and we'd moved to other seats. So we may or may not have had seats.
You got into the pavilion though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the left
Did
field
you get the
pavilion's
Mookie
great.
ball?
What's that?
Did you get the Freddie Freeman ball?
No, it came short.
No.
Yeah, it was short.
Dang.
It was just over the wall. But it was coming. That was exactly where we were sitting.
Oh, nice.
Directly back from it. In fact, somebody very, very curious on Twitter found a picture from the game.
Oh, I saw that.
And showed where I was in the picture.
And Funches was in it too.
Yeah, Funch was in it, but Beto and Jorge were on a beer run. They want to know where those guys were.
I'm sure there was more than one of those for
there were
Jorge and Beto.
those ones that look like a baseball bat, and they're filled up with those.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
Those are good.
Listen to Brian. Brian perks up. Oh, yeah.
And you stayed
like
for the whole
those
game? You left
Yes,
at
absolutely.
the end of the
Left
ninth
at the
inning?
end of the ninth inning
The
and
last pitch of the game?
Last pitch of the game.
Yeah, you saw Kyle Hurt.
Kyle Hurt.
He was so impressive
He
to you.
was impressive, I think. Yeah.
It was 11-2.
Yeah, no, but he was impressive.
And you saw that live
Saw
at
that
the
live
stadium.
in the stadium.
Not in your house.
No, live at
Live
the
at the
stadium.
stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd like you to stay for a whole game. What? You didn't, did you? I can tell looking at him. What time did you leave? Yeah, I don't know why you lie about this. You consistently lie.
I don't lie. I'll tell you the truth if it's the truth, and I'll tell you it's a lie if it's a lie.
Did you stay for the whole game last night? Yeah, you never do. And then you say, I never leave early.
Doesn't
you
this
leave early all the time.
this not prove? Now, I've been to games with Bergman. Does this not prove the fact that I'm acknowledging that I left early, give more credence to the fact when I say I stayed for the whole game?
Yes. So I talked about it someone asked me today on the live Blue Review that said, "Did
Wait,
Mason,
you're taking calls on the Blue Review?
I take questions off the YouTube
yeah.
channel.
Oh, questions. Yeah,
Questions.
I knew you weren't taking calls.
No calls.
No,
Come
he
on.
would never
Do you
take
know
calls.
me?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But
if Greg was producing, we never would have had Vince Scully on the show ever.
no, that's a lie. That is a lie. I just hang up on him.
Yes. No, he asked us how we're doing.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Sorry, Vin. Broke a rule.
No, so somebody asked me, did Mason leave after the fifth inning?
Yeah.
And I was like, no. I'm got his back on this
Yes.
one.
Yes,
Baseball
thank you.
games, he stays till the end of the game.
Thank you.
Football games, he stays till the
Till
end of the
the
game.
end.
Basketball games, he leaves at
Leaves
halftime.
at halftime.
And you left after the fourth inning. The one time I had your back.
I'm gonna
But
correct
I
this.
had your.
I'm going to correct this
back.
a little bit. We left in the middle of the fourth inning.
The fourth inning.
Fourth inning.
So there's a
Oh, that's
dynamic.
like, you don't even get credit for going. You get that wouldn't even be a
No,
game.
there's a
That would be a
dynamic.
rain out if the game didn't go.
But there
any
is a
farther.
dynamic going on here. We were there at 5.
right?
So
what?
We killed time, walked around the
You
stadium. A lot
understand
of
the
Mason
reason
Island
you
listeners.
went was to go to the game.
Okay, I want to point this out. I did not drive.
Wait, Beto left in the fourth inning?
And
did
took
what
everyone with
Beto
him.
Did. Yeah,
Wow.
Beto drove.
It's not like Beto to leave that early.
I think that's more like Beto than we think.
Oh, maybe.
You know, we had some street tacos before the entire night. They were tacos al pastor. Do you know what the tacos al pastor are, John?
No.
They're pork off the spit, and then just a little bit of pineapple. So you get that spice. I sound like Travis. So you get that spicy with that sweet, really, really good.
Pastor's very, very good.
Very good. And then last night was Taco Tuesday, and that meant Dodgers Mariachi was playing. So I met Julian Torres, who's the lead singer, the lead guy, who holds a note.
The lead mariachi guy?
He holds a note for about a minute and a half at one point during that thing. And, in fact, he just signed a deal with Death Row Records and Snoop to record an album.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
so,
awesome.
Julian Torres, great guy. And it was fun sitting with real
you're
people.
Burying the lead right now.
Well, we talked about it a little bit, but yeah, meeting Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah.
So,
you did it in crosstalk. I wasn't.
Yeah, we did it in crosstalk. So, but it bears repeating. We'll tell this story. So, Beto knows when Fernando actually comes out and gets dinner and pokes his head out of the Vin Scully press room. So we're standing around. I'm like, why are we standing here? Out walks Fernando Valenzuela. I'm like, I've in 35 years never met Fernando Valenzuela, and I was somewhat speechless. You asked that question about who would leave you speechless or who would you be excited.
Yeah.
Fernando is one of those guys because he's somewhat reclusive, doesn't do a lot in English, never had a chance to interview him. And the thing I don't like about it is if you look at the picture, it does look like, there are comments on Instagram, that looks like I'm photoshopped in.
Were you photoshopped in? Did
No,
you leave?
I wasn't photoshopped in. But what happened is Jorge was such a camera hog. Like he puts his arms around Fernando, and he's like all big, and then I'm squeezed in the corner. But Jorge was so excited because he met Beckham, who was a hero, and Fernando, who's a hero, all in a 2-week period.
Oh, I was going to say, was Beckham at the baseball
Yeah,
game?
Beckham. No, Beckham was at the Messi game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was just over the moon excited. It was really fun night.
Yeah, you should have seen Jorge when he walked in this morning, and I said, "You met Fernando?" He was like, "Dude, it was amazing!" And the whole story was so animated.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
He is
really cool.
He is a fantastic
right
guy,
there.
and I
Hi,
was
Jorge.
excited to meet him for sure. So,
and you guys were, had you stayed for the game, you would have seen Freddie Freeman get 4 hits.
But we did see Freddie Freeman's home run, an oppo shot.
Yeah.
Just over the wall.
You know, Freddie Freeman has 55 doubles this year.
Yeah, what's the record is 57?
No, 67. So he has 18 games to get 13 to beat it. It's
not
possible.
impossible.
It's not impossible. He plays terrible teams in Colorado and the Giants, no, not the Giants, but Detroit. He can.
Yeah, the
he can get a
chance is
couple.
not zero.
No,
that he
and
breaks
it's in
that record.
Colorado with a big ballpark.
Sure.
And by the way, Acuna has kind of pulled away in the MVP race,
he
right?
won.
So, yeah, he won.
All right, and then Blake Snell seems to have pulled away in the Cy Young, and Snell pitches at Dodger Stadium tonight, right?
Versus Pepio, I believe.
Is it Snell Pepio?
I think it's Snell
Yes.
Pepio.
Yeah.
And Pepio is like 2-0 with an ERA
been
under
great.
1.
Yeah, he's been
great.
hit a no-hitter through 6 2/3 last week.
Yeah, 7 innings of one-hit baseball last week.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ryan Pepio, we're going to need him. God knows we're going to need him. I talked to John Hartung last night. He said, held together with glue and tape for all intents and purposes. He's like,
The starting pitching
the
staff.
starting pitching, yeah. Did you know, I saw Oral last night, and they are
He was there as a fan. That was weird.
Well, I saw him
Karos was doing the game, and Kirsten Watson and Oral did a live hit from the stands.
Oh, really? Because Oral was on the set before the game. That's where I saw him.
He
and
was
Hartung.
not. Karos was the analyst last night.
So
Because I'm a big Karos guy, so I always try and listen when he's working.
So Oral has a project that he's working on to build a stadium at Bowling Green State University, his alma mater, my alma mater.
Yes, did he ask you for money?
Baseball stadium. He has not asked for money quite yet, and I'll help him raise funds and all that kind of stuff. But very cool. Apparently, they discontinued the baseball, or were about to discontinue the baseball program at Bowling Green before Oral got involved, and I guess Raj McDowell got involved. He's also a Bowling Green alum. So they both got involved, and now they're trying to build Oral Hershiser Stadium at Bowling Green State University.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But you know what that's happening. You and I have talked about this before. That's happening in a lot of schools because of Title IX. There is no such thing as girls baseball. There's girls softball.
Sure.
But a lot of times because football, Bowling Green has football, right?
Yes.
So they start 75, 80 men behind the 8 ball.
Correct.
In other words, you have to have the same amount of scholarships for men that you do for women.
Yes.
So a lot of sports like baseball, volleyball, water polo are
Sure.
getting squeezed.
Yeah, I
So-
think water polo is a club sport at a lot of schools.
Yeah, at UCLA, when I was there, we had like 5 All-Americans, and they turned it into a club sport because of Title IX.
Although,
Yeah.
I tell you what, I mean, wait, so Title IX, you bring it up. Are you a fan of Title IX or not a fan of Title IX?
I think Title IX has done more to advance
Women's sports.
than anything ever.
Yeah.
I think it was the smartest thing that the government ever did.
Good.
But
I feel the same.
But where you and I differ is I think there should be a football exemption because there is no women's football in this country. That means if you're keeping 2 column ledgers,
Yep.
you have 75 men that you have to come up with 75 women to equal them out. And so a lot of like Long Beach dropped football because of that.
Right, a lot of schools, Long Beach,
Cal State Fullerton,
down
and
the
just
line.
because they can't make it work.
Yeah.
But so I think you should have a football exemption, but I think Title IX was really smart.
Yeah, for
I don't think
sure.
you have, I mean, this is a weird thing to say. I don't think you have Coco Gauff without Title IX.
Yeah, true.
Because girls just weren't, when I was in school, girls just weren't
I don't
encouraged to
think
play
women
sports.
I don't think women are winning gold medals at the Olympics in soccer, and I mean,
Yeah, totally agree.
Basketball without Title IX. All right, coming up next for you, John. This made me Idge Bowl today.
What is that stupid Idge Bowl again? Stop trying to make fetch happen.
I just burst out laughing. This is a very Idge Bowl. Don't give me that. It's Idge
stupid.
Bowl. Idge Bowl.
He's trying to make fetch happen.
Yes, he is trying to make
is
that
what
happen.
he's doing.
Never gonna
But
be a
the
thing.
funniest line I've heard of the day. That's
Okay,
coming up
good.
next. Hey, with next level tech and safety features, Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include available class exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because we want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, you also get complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles and 10 years of America's best warranty. It's your journey. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Learn more about our award-winning lineup and our warranty at buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it, but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I
Yeah,
know. I'm going to.
I
It's gonna
am
happen.
the best poker player at the station. I have demonstrated that repeatedly.
One time you beat Ireland last year.
And if you want to lose to me, you can come to our Mason and Ireland Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th and register in advance. It's absolutely free. Go to espnla.com, and there are up to $5,000 in prizes for that tournament.
Is there a bounty on you?
There will be a bounty on me, but
me?
no one will get it, and lucky if Bergman's at your table.
Passion, pride, intensity.
Step on their neck, black and gold.
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy. So is this game. So is this rivalry.
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here.
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy. Saturday night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Coach Sean McVay is going to join us here in a couple of minutes. Okay, so, John, there was a big manhunt in Pennsylvania. You followed this story at all?
No.
Okay, so a guy escaped from prison, and for about 10 days he was on the loose, and police all over the state of Pennsylvania were looking for him. So they finally caught the guy. His name is Danilo Cavalcante. So they're having the big Danilo Cavalcante is locked up press conference. And some guy named Michael Rainey bursts in with a question for the sheriff.
Is there any concern that he would team up with another small man to step inside of a trench coat, Little Rascal style?
No.
Wait a minute.
Play it again.
This is a very serious press conference.
Yeah, and he said, "Are you that he would step into a trench coat and there'd be two people inside the trench coat?"
Correct. One more time.
Is there any concern that he would team up with another small man to step inside of a trench coat, Little Rascal style?
Little Rascal.
No.
And by the way, the cop is great. No. No. I love that.
I think when McVay comes on, we should ask him how he would respond to that question.
I think that you're reaching. I think that's a Campbell's soup question for McVay.
Well, we got to kind of goof around with. Now you actually got a message from the Rams. He wants to mess around. Yeah, he likes to mess around.
He's a very funny person.
Yeah, he is funny.
Yeah,
he is funny.
He is.
We'll bring Coach on here. What, you got something goofy you're going to ask him?
I'll come up with something.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Right. We'll come up with something. Absolutely.
All right. He just came off a big win. He's excited.
Big win. Rams looked fantastic in that game. I am the guy that is going to put $50,000 mythical dollars on the Rams plus the 8.
50,000?
50,000 mythical dollars, Rams plus 8.
Okay, Greg, I think we got to give in all these bets, not just this one, but we got to give the hook. Greg, I'd be willing to give him 8.5. I just want a winner. I don't want. It's either either 7.5 or 8.5. Look up the spread right now and see if it's 8 even.
We should always have a hook.
All
Absolutely.
Right, so if it's 8 even, the bettor gets the benefit. So you get 8.5.
Okay, 8.5. There you go.
I will tell you what it is. Right?
Oh, speaking of this, yesterday I got 2 text messages from
Rams
friends
-8 or plus 8
who say we do hit this ding button too often.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've gotten so many DMs. People
we talked about it yesterday.
Kills my ears.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday at the end of the show, and I'm like, no, I don't think we're over dinged. And as it turns out, we are.
I'm telling you, it's like the fire alarm. It's like the smoke alarm for you.
It is. It's exactly like the smoke alarm. It does annoy people.
We're giving him plus 8.5.
Plus 8.5. Yes.
$50,000.
Well, what sound do we use if somebody gets a right answer now? If we can't use that,
no. Don't worry what other people think. Do what you want. Everybody's offended by something. Now there's somebody out there who doesn't like the ding. Screw them.
Okay. So let's flip a coin.
Like
let's flip a coin. Dings or no dings?
Dings.
Up up dings.
Even if it didn't come up dings, if I find out that this ding is bothering people, ding away. More dings.
Yes. We're the show with dings. Thank you.
I cannot believe you left a game in the 4th inning.
Beto dragged me out of there. That's the smoke alarm. Okay, that's enough.
See, you get upset with that one.
Well, this is like, ding, I get the right answer. That's like, damn, there's
annoying.
A fire alarm that doesn't have batteries next door.
God, I love it so much.
Yeah, that was awful experience. Thank you, appreciate it. By the way, that question, did you worry that he's going to go Little Rascal style? How did that guy get into the press conference? He doesn't represent any particular news media outlet.
Well, think about it. If you find out sheriffs are having a press conference, and you just show up, I've been to 1,000 press conferences in my life. Nobody ever asked me to show ID.
Right, true.
I just walk in.
Yeah, I don't have like a fedora with a press thing on it. Like
you see what we're doing here.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into this gin joint. This dame with stems. What else do we use? Gin joint. It's a gin joint. Look at the stems on that one.
Yeah.
That's what they used to say.
Look at the stems on that doll.
On that doll. Yeah.
Can't say that in 2023.
No, nor should you.
Do you think who's the producer from Howard Stern that would go to those
Baba
things?
Booey.
Yeah, Baba Booey would
Gary
do that, right?
Delabate.
Yeah. This felt like a Baba Booey to me.
You think it was him?
No. I think we would have known if it was him. It's some guy named Michael Rainey who owned it afterwards, but is not accredited to anybody at all.
Well, we should just invite that guy to all press conferences and see what he can come up with.
Ask crazy questions about movies. Yeah, I'm all in.
No, I like it.
That was a very funny scene.
Very funny. Very funny. All right, let's get to one more thing here. So after Aaron Rodgers got hurt the other night, Patrick Mahomes sent out this tweet. No McVay. All right, sent out this tweet. After he got hurt. Hate that man. Praying for the best. Prayer hands.
He needs a comma.
Okay. He edited it. And now it says, hate that, comma, man.
Yeah.
Praying for the best.
Yep. He needed a comma.
He needed a comma.
Yeah. Because hate that man, you could assume he's saying he hates Aaron Rodgers.
That's a very mean tweet.
And those guys are actually friends. They used to do State Farm commercials together.
Yeah.
But
hate that man. Praying for the best.
Yeah, punctuation means something.
Yeah, it does. Oh, we'll have to ask McVay about.
I used to work with this guy named Roger Grimsby.
Okay.
And he was a very, very famous news anchor from New York. Okay. He was at WABC New York for 30 years.
Right.
At the end of his career, he came out to San Diego to do kind of a retirement tour and do KUSI. So he did a thing every night called Byline, BYE-LINE, where he would just do a commentary for 60 seconds. And he comes on one day and he goes, punctuation matters. Spelling matters. He said, for example, after I do the early show here at KUSI, I go over to my favorite watering hole for dinner, the Black Angus. This is what the Black Angus looks like tonight. And he gets a shot. And it's, a restaurant at night has a lighted sign.
Sure.
And it said black, and where it says ANGUS, the G had burned out. And so without ever saying what it said, he goes, this is what it looks like tonight. Completely changes not only the name of the restaurant, but the meaning, and probably not something I should put on TV, but I'm not going to say what it is so I can get away with it.
There you go.
And it was brilliant.
Yeah.
He went on for like 2 minutes about how spelling matters, punctuation matters, all because of the Black Angus G burning out.
Now, do you think spelling and punctuation matter now?
Not as much.
I don't think they matter. I mean, I use the word gotta all the time, G-O-T-T-A.
Nothing wrong with that.
I use the word wanna all the time, W-A-N-N-A. I use
nothing wrong with
what do you think? I'd spell what do you think?
Well, you should just move to New Jersey and be on Jersey Shore.
Yeah, what do you think?
Forget about it.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we break and see if we can get McVay?
Just about to say that. Go
ahead. When we come back from the break.
Okay, Coach plus a wheel of questions. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, let me tell you about ZipRecruiter. I played golf with Ian Siegel today, the inventor of ZipRecruiter. Ian would tell you that it takes up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. That's 2.5 months. Why wait? That kind of time. Stop waiting. Start using ZipRecruiter, and right now you can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology and quickly finds and sends you the most qualified people for your roles. How quick? ZipRecruiter can help you hire. 4 out of 5 employers tried this, and 83% got a quality candidate in 1 day. 83%. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. See why 3.8 million businesses have come there for their hiring needs. Just go to that exclusive web address to try it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it,
awesome.
but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I am the best poker player at the
Los Angeles Rams. Coach, how you doing, man?
Doing good. You with us, Coach?
Yep, you guys good?
Yeah,
we're
we're doing great. Not as good as you. That was impressive from start to finish. And in the second half, your defense didn't allow any points. Sean, I know you're a confident guy, and I know you go into every week thinking you can win the game. But did you think that you would be that dominant last Sunday?
I don't think you ever know, but I was certainly confident in the way that guys, we thought the way guys were capable of playing, and they had earned a faith and a belief and a confidence based on a lot of the preparation over the last handful of months. I love the way that we had come together, but until you go out and play in a real competitive setting, you never know. But I was really pleased and proud of that group. They did a great job. It was truly a team win, and I thought it was a great reflection of our players. I love the way that the coaches have continued to pour into these guys and communicate and connect with them, and that was fun. And now it's on to the next one, which is a incredible challenge, as we all know.
So one of the guys a couple of the guys that really shined on Sunday, Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell, both of them. I wonder if the fact that Cooper Kupp didn't play during training camp, did that allow Matthew to have more rapport with those guys on Sunday?
There's no doubt. Oh, no. I mean, without question, you certainly want Cooper out there, so I don't ever want my words to be misunderstood. But in his absence from the off-season program and a huge part of training camp, it enabled other guys to be able to get chances to connect with Matthew. And those were two guys that got a lot of reps that maybe they wouldn't have otherwise. And so we'll be a much better team whenever we get our guy back. But, man, those guys did a great job, and that's been consistent with what they've done throughout camp. And I was really happy for them to, just see the work they've put in pay off, and want to continue to see us, have a growth mindset, continue to improve. But there's no question about it that helped.
Sean, your backfield, and maybe this was intentional on your part, you kind of had a two-headed monster at running back, whether it be Kyron or whether it be Cam Akers. Yeah. You were kind of splitting time between both of them. Was that intentional? Is that how you kind of look at the backfield, that either one of those guys can get the job done no matter who's in there?
Yeah, we feel great about both those players. Cam's our starter in those situations, and then Kyron can come in and do a lot of different things for us. So they're both going to be key contributors for our team. There were certain situations that unfolded in a way that, Kyron was in there in a lot of situations just based on, some of the things that occurred on early downs. But you can expect to see both of those guys be instrumental parts of our offense, and love both of those guys. Ron Gould does a great job, and if Ronnie Rivers has to come in and step up, then there's confidence in him as well.
Before we get to San Francisco, I want to throw some stuff at you. So Colorado in college football is off to a great start. I'm sure even though you're busy and you're getting ready for games, you've heard that Deion Sanders and Colorado are really good.
Dude, you kidding me? We're on a coach's chain. I think we all want to buy some Buffs gear because Deion has so much swag, and the way those guys are seeing what they're doing.
So do you think he would make a good NFL head coach?
Absolutely. I mean, football is football. He's done a great job at a bunch of different levels. He's a motivator. I really enjoyed watching the documentary that they did on him on Amazon Prime, where you can really see the way he connects, the way he cares about these guys. Obviously, their football is really high caliber in all three phases. And shoot, I remember when Deion played for the 49ers when my grandpa was still the GM there, and I was, he won Defensive Player of the Year the one year he was there, and they won the Super Bowl when Steve Young was the quarterback. He was my favorite player, so I've always loved Deion. He's the man. All
right, Sean, here come the 49ers, and for people who don't know, Sean and Kyle Shanahan are friends. They used to work together back in the Washington days. Yep. I know because, we've had you on so much. You have the ultimate amount of respect for Kyle. I'm curious, Sean, in a week like this, will you guys even talk or exchange text messages? Or when it's Rams-Niners, is it all bets are off, all contact is off until after the game?
You know what? I mean, it's not like that. I mean, because it's not like we're sharing secrets, but the respect is through the roof, as you said. He's a great coach. I learned so much from him. I continue to learn from him, and the way that he goes about his business and the things that they do is something that I have tremendous respect for. And I think this is a really competitive profession, but it's also one that I don't think I think there's a lot of respect that goes around, and he's earned that from everybody, all of his peers, and he's a great coach. And I unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it, get an up close and personal look at that because we've been in the division now going on our 7th year together. And with him with the Niners and me being fortunate enough to be here.
You know, I hate the Niners, Coach. They're my least favorite team. I can't stand them. I can't stand when they get to SoFi Stadium. There's too much red in the stadium. How does the red in the stadium affect you when you see that? What goes through your mind?
I think they've got a great fan base, and I think there's a great tradition, and I sometimes used to get mad at my grandpa for that. I say, it's your fault, man. You guys had such success, and then they've been able to carry it over. So, hey, it's one of those deals that you can't get mad at them because there's a great tradition. I'm certainly not ecstatic about that either, but what the hell can you do?
Yeah. And it's a great atmosphere, and it's going to be your home opener. I think the Ram fans are going to show up in droves, and I think it's going to be great. And again, that's this Sunday. You can hear the game here. Rams, Niners, Mace will be there.
Yep.
Sean will be obsessing over it until Sunday's kickoff.
Yeah.
But Coach, I wanted to ask you a different question. Do you and Veronica still have a dog?
Oh, yeah. We've got a pit bull named Callie. She's a great dog. We love her so much.
Okay, so here's my question. I have a new dog, Murphy. My dog he's still less than a year old, so he's a puppy. He is my wife, who's great and normally doesn't do stuff like this, but she keeps forgetting to put the TV remotes up high, and Murphy has gone through 4 TV remotes. I need a coaching tip, man. How can I get my wife on board, and how can I control Murphy so I don't have to buy 15 more remotes before the end of the month?
Sounds like you need a dog trainer. That's what you need. I mean, what the heck? I'll tell you, our dog, you know what? My wife is unbelievable with dogs, and so she's got our dog really trained up, but there were some early moments where one of my favorite jackets, I left it out and I came back and it had a hole in it. I could never find that same jacket again. Even when I tried to go find the website, I'm still pissed off at Callie for that.
Yeah, I'm in the same way because it sounds like you're the same way. You love your dog. I'm incapable of being mean to a dog.
Oh yeah,
even when the dog screws up. I'm a sucker for this dog. She's he's too nice, but. You're right. We need to either take him to a dog trainer. Or somebody said I could spray stuff on the remotes, but
bitter apple they call that.
Yeah, knowing me, it would just ruin the remote. So if you think of anything, let me know.
Permanent. We got to set some parameters and understand exactly what is okay and what isn't. And so until then, whether it's remotes or something else, it's going to be a problem, Coach.
Yeah. I know.
Hey, we're jumping around a little bit, but Stetson Bennett got put on some list that I don't understand what it is or don't know what it is. Tell us what's going on with Stetson Bennett.
It really, it's something that we want to be able to keep in-house, but it's NFI, it's a non-football injury list, and so, that's just kind of where we want to be able to leave it out of respect for him and the situation, and that's kind of where we're at with that. And unfortunately, I really don't want to share any more.
Yeah, no worries. We didn't even know what that stood for.
So Brent Rippon is the backup now. He's the guy that you would go to
for us as well. And so it's kind of he was our number 2 quarterback last week, and so that's kind of where we're at. So nothing's really changed from last week, but it became official that we put Stead on that list today.
Okay, Sean, last thing for me. I've always liked Brett Maher, your new kicker.
Yeah.
I think he's got kind of a thunder leg. People, for whatever reason, people remember that one bad game he had when he missed all those extra points. But if you look at him from last year, he was 28 of 31 on field goals, one of the most efficient kickers in the league. Tell me why you decided to go with Maher and your level of confidence in him moving forward.
I think you just answered it. We're not going to let one moment or one game define a guy that's got a body of work, a resume. Even the other day, I thought he did a great job. The protection was the reason he missed the one that got blocked. He hit that thing clean where I think that would have been good. We had to do a better job with protection. And then the other one was, that's a tough kick. That's a long attempt at the end of the half where you feel like you're just kind of trying to go into the points with, go into the half with some points. And if not, then, there's really no harm. And he ended up hitting a big one later on, did a great job with his extra points, hit a nice squib at the end of the game. So this guy's a stud. He's done it for a long time. I thought his mental toughness and his resilience was on display with his first appearance as a Ram, and he made some big kicks. So, it's funny. People want to remember the negative stuff, but this guy's got a lot of good things that we choose to evaluate the total body of work, and that's why he's here.
Okay, last thing for you. There's a lot of talk. Aaron Rodgers sadly was hurt Monday night and is lost for the year. Terrible injury. A lot of people have said, well, maybe it's because of the field turf versus grass. Where do you come down on that? I know it's field turf at SoFi. Where do you come down on that grass versus field turf thing?
Well, I mean, I certainly know from just what is better for your body and more comfortable for these guys to play on. It's real grass, so I support those guys. But there's a lot of layers to it. There's a lot of things that are way above my pay grade. But I know this: I'm always going to support those players. And I understand why they would prefer to play on grass because of the way that it's, just a little bit eeasier on their bodies, has a little bit more give to it on the surface. And so I can't say that I would feel any different if I was playing, but there's a lot of layers to it. But I don't know that particular injury, just the way that play unfolded, was a result of the surface. But I'm not a doctor, so I would be speaking out of line, but that looked like that was kind of an unfortunate deal, the way that Leonard Floyd got caught up on him. And I hope Aaron makes a full recovery, because that sure was a shame, and I hated to see that, and I hate to see anybody get injured in our league.
Yeah. Sean, we always appreciate you doing this,
Beat
and most of all, good luck on Sunday, man. We're going to lose our voices at that game. Have a lot of fun, and good luck.
Hey, that makes two of us. All right, you guys have a good one. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. And Coach McVay, when he comes on the show, always brought to you by Service Titan, the all-in-one solution that connects your entire HVAC, electrical, and plumbing operation on a single software platform, helping make the combination we love every Rams season. Coach Sean McVay was with Mason and Ireland every week.
Yeah, love having him on, and maybe he's right. We had this dog trained.
Did you actually have him trained?
Yeah, and for the most part, he follows direction really well.
Right.
Like if you say, this is the first time we've ever had that when we're eating, you told me one of your dogs, this is an issue.
Yes.
When we're eating, we can say, Murph, go to a place.
Yeah.
And he'll go sit on his bed and just lay there while we eat.
Right.
Which most dogs won't do.
No, my dogs will crawl up into my lap while I'm eating dinner.
But anything plastic, he goes after.
Get him a Nylabone, man.
No, we do. He's got 4 of them.
Really? And just does go for him?
Well, he'll go through those. He'll go through about anything. Like if Lisa's gone through probably 5 pairs of reading glasses. We've gone through 4 remotes. Anything plastic, he's going for.
How old is he now?
Going to be 1 in October.
Yeah, it'll get easier now.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
It'll get easier. He'll settle down. My Veronica's just out of her mind. She's beautiful and fun and happy and all that stuff, but she's everywhere. Everything everywhere all at once. How about that? All right.
Oh, you want to spin the wheel just for the heck of it?
Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel of questions. I forgot about that.
All right, let's take a look. Well, it's right. The wheel is right on the middle between 2 questions, so I'll just pick one.
Okay.
It's rare.
that was
wow.
new. I like that.
Yeah.
It's rare that. Okay, so I think we're all going to have different answers to this.
Okay.
What if you could have access to either free vacations for the rest of your life,
yes,
a loving and romantic partner till death, or never having to work again for the rest of your life? Which one would you choose? Brian, I'll go to you first. So here's the 3 choices again. You can have free vacations for the rest of your life, a loving and romantic partner till death, or never have to work for the rest of your life. Which one are you taking?
I'm going to go free vacations forever.
That's a good one.
Travel the world for free.
What about your loving...
Oh, she already loves me.
Oh, she already loves me.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, what are you going with?
You're going to be shocked by this. A loving and romantic relationship.
I am shocked by that because I'm with Brian. You can get that and still get the other stuff.
Right, but it's hard to find.
The other one's
hard to find.
I found it.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah.
Brian, you found it.
You're lucky.
Right.
Well, no, we're 75% of us have found it. You're unlucky.
I'm unlucky. And Tyler has found it. He's married.
So now you're 80%.
So I'm the only one here.
Yeah,
you got unlucky once, and now
it affects your future judgment.
You want to jump back into the pool.
Tyler, what are you going with? Those 3?
Give me the free vacations. Yeah,
So you're the
I don't
same as
have to
Brian.
even think about it. I've already got the other two things. I don't feel like I have to work when I'm working here.
Is that how we're rolling?
No, Mace, I think you're going to take free vacations.
Since I already have a
loving and romantic partner, and you like working, despite how many days you take off.
Never going to take this microphone from a cold dead hand.
So that leaves free vacations.
Yeah, free vacations it is.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We also have a job that we love that's in mostly easy because we're just talking about fun stuff in our lives.
Right.
In sports.
Well, the big word was free.
Yeah.
Free
Right, that got me.
vacations.
Free, it's for me, and give me 3.
Exactly.
Yeah, free vacations are pretty awesome.
All right, there you have it. There is your wheel of questions. Hey, it's 2 o'clock call of the day. Hey, it's 2 o'clock.
That could be a
call
chant.
Of the day.
You should make a song out of that.
Yeah, good song. 877-710-ESPN.
2 o'clock call of the day.
There you go.
You can make it happen.
877-710-ESPN. Anything's fair. Come at us. Don't ask us how we're doing because they will hang up on you in the next room. But whatever you got is good to go. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Passion, pride, intensity.
Step on their neck, black and gold.
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy. So is this game. So is this rivalry.
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here.
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy. Saturday night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it,
awesome.
but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I
It's gonna
am
happen.
the best poker player at the station. I have demonstrated that repeatedly.
One time you beat Ireland last year.
And if you want to lose to me, you can come to our Mason and Ireland Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th and register in advance. It's absolutely free. Go to ESPNLA.com, and there are up to $5,000 in prizes for that tournament.
Is there a bounty on you?
There will be a bounty on me, but
me?
no one will get it. And lucky if Bergman's at your table.
How do you like that one?
All right, it is 2 o'clock call of the day time. And what do we got? Oh, look, a lot of people. We have no idea what anybody wants to talk about, but that's the whole point of the 2 o'clock call of the day, right? Hey, 2 o'clock call of the day.
All right, Bergman, you pick one. Pick.
I'm not even going to look at.
1
I'm going to
through
say
42.
To 42. Let's go with 33.
All right, this is Peter in Santa Clarita. Peter, what's up? How you doing?
Don't say how.
Don't ask how we're doing. Yeah.
Doing well. I've fallen for that before.
Yeah.
I think the Dodgers are going to go further in the playoffs. They got a lot of young guys on their pitching staff. Emmett Sheehan, Bobby Miller. I think these guys are, they can throw bullets. I think you put them in the playoffs, this is the making of a future superstar.
Right, but there's just no evidence to back up your theory. I mean, Emmett Sheehan's never pitched in the playoffs, so we don't know if he's going to be any good. Same thing with Bobby Miller. Ryan Pepiot's going tonight. He's looked good so far, but on paper, just on paper, the Dodgers don't have any starting pitching.
Yeah.
So that's a real thing.
Although, Peter, here's one of the. I was at when I was at the game last night. I talked to a couple of fans, and we were talking about it, and a guy said, "You know what? This is just the kind of year that we will win the World Series." I'm like, exactly right. Last year we expected it, we didn't get it. This year we don't expect it, and we do get it. It's a crapshoot, and anybody in the playoffs can win the World Series. But
if they had one dominant starter, I would buy what you're selling. Think about like those 3 giant championships Madison Bumgarner put on a back. When the Dodgers won in '88, Orel Hershiser just put the team on his back. Josh Beckett did it.
Right.
About 10, 15 years later, one year he was pitching for the Florida Marlins and he just went nuts.
Yeah.
Normally you need one horse.
Right.
And the Dodgers just don't have that person.
Yeah.
So if somebody steps up out of nowhere, like maybe Pepiot, Pepiot's 2-0 with an ERA under 1. If he does it again tonight, maybe you're onto something.
Yeah. Oh, I think long-term prognosis for these guys is really like Bobby Miller is going to be a number 1 starter. He's probably going to start game 1 for us this year. I think that Ryan Pepiot is going to be a solid middle of the rotation guy. I think Emmett Sheehan can be a 4 or 5 over the long term. It's a question of, and you guys have all given up on Clayton Kershaw. I'm not going to give up on Clayton Kershaw. I still think he may start game 1.
Even if he can't throw the ball faster than 85 miles an hour, even on a fastball.
Well, he was hitting 90. He was 89 miles an hour.
No, he said, Greg, I thought it was 86.
No, 89.
Is 89?
Yeah, it was 89.
All right.
He never touched 90, but he was at 89.
It's like 89.8.
He's going to start. We're going to see him start. When, on Saturday, I think?
That's what they're saying, but it's already been pushed back. So what's there to believe that it won't get pushed back again? He's supposed to start on Saturday.
See, I personally, and they said it wouldn't make any sense, but I personally would have liked to see them just rest him into the playoffs to see if he can regain that velocity.
Yeah.
But instead, they're going to try to throw his way out.
Well, last year they rested everybody, and it didn't do us any good at all.
True.
He's very much that ramp-up type. He needs to be at his peak when he's throwing, and if he's resting, then he's not.
And you've given up on him.
I don't think he's going to pitch again this season. I don't think he pitched on Saturday.
You don't think he's going to pitch again this season? There's no obvious injury.
You know who was ruled out for the rest of the season today?
What's up, fool question.
Oh, what?
Max Scherzer.
Yeah, I know. Max Scherzer gone. They say for the regular season.
No, both.
They say
they say for
the
playoffs.
GM came out today and said I'd be
ever.
surprised if he pitches at all again this year for us.
Are either of you shocked by hearing that?
Normally, he doesn't do this until like game 7 of a series when he gets a dead arm.
The NLCS.
Yeah.
No, I can't pitch today.
I like Scherzer. I've always liked him. I think he's been unlucky with injuries, but so is Kershaw.
He's probably
tired. My arm's too tired. I can't play.
Scherzer's older than Kershaw, right?
Yeah, he's 39.
39, yeah. I mean, that's just winding down at this point. All right, let's get one more. Let's go, how about line 31? This is Fred in Pasadena. Fred, don't ask us how we're doing. What's up?
What's up, mate? Hey, Mason, I got a brilliant nickname for you, one that I think Ireland will especially cherish.
Okay. Yeah, what's that?
And me rooting for you to hit the 59 mark.
Yes.
I have now bestowed upon you the nickname of Macy Green.
Macy Green is awesome.
That's pretty good.
That is great,
Macy Green, man.
That is pretty good. The
You're
Iron
all
Man.
over it, Fred. That is fantastic. I'm running with that.
By the way, the
Please
basketball.
do. And, John, I got to take issue with you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You had criticized the NBA Summer League for hanging banners
No, I criticize the Sacramento Kings for hanging an NBA Summer League championship banner.
That's right. And I take umbrage with that because you had let the U.S. women's soccer team off the hook when Carly Lloyd had criticized them for celebrating. I feel like that's inconsistent. I feel like if you're going to be criticizing the Kings, I feel like the women's soccer team, they're worthy of that criticism.
Wait a minute. The women's soccer team didn't hang a banner after they won one game. They just were nice to the fans, and they were signing autographs.
You're saying Carly Lloyd was critical of the U.S. women's national team, but how does that?
And I think that's the equivalent of John criticizing the Kings for hanging banners for the Summer League championship.
Well, I would have had no problem with the Kings if they jumped up and down and poured water on each other. But why would you hang a banner about winning Summer League?
Right, and I get that because you're holding them to a high standard, and I would of the U.S. women's soccer team, top of the world.
Right,
I would hold them to that same gold standard. Right. Celebrate.
Yeah, I think you're connecting dots that don't connect, but
Fred,
okay.
But Macy Green is something we're going to run with, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's go.
All right, thank you very much, Frank. I like that, Fred. That's good.
Boom! How do you like that one?
So those are two good, solid calls of the day.
Hey, you asked McVay.
Yep.
A question about Deion Sanders, and do you think he would make a good NFL coach? So Skip Bayless has this new cast of characters on Undisputed, right?
Skip and Friends.
Yeah, but he still, like you, has a side podcast.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah. So this was on his podcast. He covered Deion when Deion played for the Cowboys in the 90s. Listen to what he says would happen if Deion went to the NFL, and specifically if Deion became the coach of the Cowboys.
Would he work as the Cowboy coach in a vacuum? Oh, he would be sensational. I'm talking Super Bowls, plural, sensational. I believe with all my heart and soul in Deion Sanders' ability to do anything in life, but especially to coach. College football, pro football, if he puts his mind to it, he will beat you. I used to say about Tom Brady, that's one man I don't bet against. Deion Sanders is another man I don't bet against.
I don't know if he's right or not. Multiple Super Bowls is kind of a reach considering that Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since 1993.
Hyperbolization, but his main point is something I've been talking about for a week, is that Deion Sanders makes sense as an NFL head coach.
But why do we care what Skip Bayless says?
Because he's got his own Skip and Friends show.
He's irrelevant.
Why do you think Skip Bayless is irrelevant?
He's completely irrelevant. I don't care. I don't have anything he says goes right over my head.
Really?
It means nothing. It means nothing. It
means nothing to you.
Why do you hate Skip Bayless?
I don't like him on the air. It doesn't interest me. There's nothing about anything that he says that I think is interesting, ever.
Well, no.
Well, you just blew your chance to ever work at Fox.
Yeah, you're done.
I already did. They're never going to hire me again.
Right, no, he was already at Fox.
I was there 3 times.
Exactly.
It's okay. They're not going to hire me back.
I'm not a big Skip guy either. It was an interesting piece of sound only because I think the idea, I think Michael was here last week, said, no, he thinks Deion wants to be a college coach. I'm like, yeah, he wanted to be an HBCU coach. Now he's at Division I CU. I feel like he would say no to the NFL if you asked him about it, but I think he's got to be thinking about it.
They're two different jobs, and the best way to explain this is Nick Saban.
Right.
Nick Saban went to the NFL. They wouldn't listen to him.
Right.
He left, came back to college, and has won 5 or 6 national championships in college. College and pro head coaching jobs are different, and very few people can do both. There are some. Jimmy Johnson won a national championship in college, won Super Bowls in the pros. Pete Carroll won both.
You're questioning whether Deion can do it?
I'm saying they're two different jobs. And to your point, or I guess it would have been Michael's point, maybe he just wants to coach college because in college they want to be coached. They listen to you. In the NFL, they don't always listen.
See, if I was an NFL organization, I would hire Deion Sanders if I could. I'd try to lure him away because I think he walks into a locker room and he's still Deion Sanders. By the way, I was thinking about this as I was driving in this morning. Have there been, and I'm sure you'll know, have there been Hall of Famers who have been successful coaches in football?
In football.
In other words, is there a guy who is an NFL Hall of Famer or Hall of Fame caliber that has stepped onto the sidelines and coached a professional team?
Yes, and we used to have him on every week. You're missing a really obvious one.
Pete?
No. Mike Ditka.
Oh, Mike
Ditka. Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Coaches the Bears, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be done, but there aren't many.
No, there are a lot, because a lot of times if you're a great, unbelievable, talented player in your career, you get frustrated as a coach because guys can't do what you could do when you were that
especially
age.
in basketball. You think about the great players who've gone on to be Hall of Fame basketball players who've gone on to be coaches. They all burn out. Magic burned out. Larry Bird burned out.
Yep.
Lenny Wilkins, I think, is in the Hall of Fame as a player and a coach, but it's hard to do. It's the guys who are like super hungry that normally do better.
Yeah.
The Pete Carrolls, the Bill Belichick's, the people like that.
Baseball, it's like the catchers or the guys that don't play a lot that get a chance to sit around and watch things, or are in utility roles where they see the game from a bunch of different spots.
Right.
That's the way it works in baseball a lot. All right, coming up next for you, Twinkies and snowballs and mini donuts. Ireland doesn't know the value of junk food.
I don't. This shocked me.
But Chad Ochocinco does. I'll explain. Mesa and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it,
awesome.
but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I
It's gonna
am
happen.
the best poker player at the station. I have demonstrated that repeatedly.
One time you beat Ireland last year.
And if you want to lose to me, you can come to our Mason and Ireland Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th and register in advance. It's absolutely free. Go to ESPNLA.com, and there are up to $5,000 in prizes for that tournament.
Is there a bounty on you?
There will be a bounty on me, but
me?
no one will get it, and lucky if Bergman's at your table.
Passion, pride, intensity.
Step on their neck, black and gold.
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy. So is this game. So is this rivalry.
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here.
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy. Saturday night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Great time last night at the Dodger game. Beto Duran, the mayor of Dodger Stadium, took me all over the place. We got some street tacos, some delicious tacos al pastor, and went to, it was Taco Tuesday. That meant the Dodgers mariachi was playing. The great Julian Torres was singing. He's actually got a record deal now with Death Row Records and Skip. I'm sorry, and Snoop Dogg. And all night long, a lot of Mason and Ireland fans out in the pavilion, John. A lot of Mason and Ireland fans out there.
I kept looking for you guys. I was watching the game, and I kept trying every time a ball went out there. Like Freeman hit a home run to left. I was looking to see if you guys would pop up, but I never saw you.
There is one picture that somebody very, very clever took a picture off the TV screen, and you can see where I am and where Funch is. And they asked, well, where are Jorge and Beto? And they were on a beer run with those beers that are like baseball bats.
Yeah, Beto sent me pictures of it, too. It's gigantic.
It is. I mean, that's a lot of beer. How much beer do you think that is?
I mean, it's thin, so it's probably
thin.
So it's probably like 24, 30.
I mean,
it's not. It really is.
No, it's very thin. It
is very, very thin.
It looks more like it's a lot than it is a lot.
I think you're just paying for, and there's a ton of foam at the top.
Yeah, and you're paying
the whole LA is for foam.
You're paying for the toy bat.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
No helmet nachos last night.
It's 26 ounces? They're 26
ounces,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, close.
No helmet nachos last night. Couldn't do it.
Why not?
I ate those street tacos. I was full.
So no hot dog?
Although, it's funny, because of the story we're going to do, Michael Funches comes back from the concession stand at one point and says, I bought you Twinkies. And I said, Funch,
Twinkies?
you know I'm laying off the sweet stuff. And he said, well, I'll have
Wait
one,
a minute.
you have one.
There are Twinkies for sale at Dodger Stadium?
Yes, there are.
I didn't know
All right,
either.
so that leads us to this next story that I sent you.
Correct.
So if you were to come to me, like sometimes in Game of Games, we would say, Hostess, who makes Twinkies and ding-dongs and snowballs, all that stuff. Hostess has been sold.
Yes.
How much do you think Hostess was sold for? I would have guessed, well, that's a pretty popular company. And Twinkies and donuts and ho-hos and snowballs. And,
Yum.
Yeah, all very good. I would have said, that's a big company. I'm going to say, just to be safe, I'll shoot a little high, $200 million. I was...
Hostess?
Yeah, what?
$200 million?
Yeah.
Hostess is a
couple
gigantic
billion?
company. Yeah.
No. 5.6 billion.
Yeah, that makes
Billion
sense.
with a B.
It's Hostess. It's huge.
What do you mean? Is everybody other than me eating Twinkies?
It's a gigantic company. I think all the kids eat Hostess all the time. It's in every single vending machine. Hostess is everywhere.
Yeah, Hostess is everywhere. And by the way, Twinkies, delicious.
No, they're disgusting.
Always good.
Do we sell Twinkies here?
Oh, not the real Twinkie.
It's like a wannabe Twinkie?
It's like knockoff Twinkie.
Yeah. Generic Twinkie?
A knockoff Twinkie.
It's knockoff Twinkie.
I dated a lot of those in UCLA.
Yeah,
knockoff Twinkies.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. So my favorite Hostess is Snowballs. Snowballs are the best. Sometimes I walk into the
You actually eat them?
Yeah.
When I was a punk little kid, we'd go and squish them, but I've never eaten them.
No, I like the white ones, and the pink ones are good too, but I love the Snowballs. Yeah, $5.6 billion.
With a B.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stuns me.
They have those donuts, too. That's Hostess also.
Yeah, the donuts, the little chocolate ones or the little powdered ones.
Donuts.
Trust me, I used to have a liquor store at the end of my street when I lived right at Venice, right in on the beach, and we used to. There was always like a 10 p.m. run to the liquor store, and it was always to get either Hostess stuff like Snowballs or Pop-Tarts.
I'm surprised this place didn't make it bigger than it did, and I don't even know if
Ding
it
dongs.
still
Ding
exists.
dongs.
Oh, Ding Dongs, awesome!
Oh yeah, those were good.
Does Pink Dot still exist?
Yeah,
Pink Dot.
Deliver.
They deliver.
Your
Okay, there
alcohol.
used to be a Pink Dot
On
right
Sunset?
below my house on Sunset.
Yep.
So I lived in the Hollywood Hills, but very low up the hill.
Yep.
And you could walk from my front door to the front door of the Pink Dot in probably 4 minutes. Wasn't a hard walk at all.
Right.
You'd be stunned at how many times we ordered from Pink Dot and had it delivered. Literally, all we had to do was walk down the hill to pick it up.
Oh, right, and just have
But
it
if
delivered.
somebody would say, like we were having a party and we'd run out of vodka.
Yep.
Just call Pink Dot. Guy shows up at your door with like bottles of. I thought they were on to like the next. I thought they were going to be like Amazon.
Well, no, I mean Grubhub and Postmates and all those guys
knocked them off the perch. Yeah.
There's a Pizza Hut on the corner of my street. It's walking distance. It would take 3 minutes tops to walk there.
And you have them delivered to you?
They deliver to me every weekend for Riley, and it's one medium pizza, and it's delivered to me every weekend.
So
because I don't want to walk.
You hit the Grubhub hard or the Postmates hard, right?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it again tonight.
You told me how many meals a week are you getting from delivered?
When I'm not always home, but when I'm home every night when I'm home.
Every night?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's probably about
Brian, you hit
5
the
during the
Grubhub,
week?
the Postmates?
Every now and then.
Every
You
now
know,
and then.
for
Yeah,
like
I
the
used to be a
snacks.
virtually every night guy. I used to be like Bergman, virtually every night. Donuts, pizza.
So I don't get home till like 6:30, 7, usually right around that time. And I don't want to cook at that point. So I'd rather just have something. I ordered it on my way home. It's there when I get home. I eat it, and then I'm done. I can go to bed.
Yeah. By the way, I'm looking at this Hostess thing. So they have many products, John. Many products. And you may have forgotten some of them. How about the jumbo honey bun? Anybody ever?
Yeah.
With the white icing on it?
Yeah. Never seen it.
God, it's so good.
Show them the picture.
Yeah, you've seen this. Come on.
The honey bun?
Honey
Come on,
buns.
you've seen a honey
Classic.
bun. Honey bun.
Mm-mm.
Oh, jeez.
Like a giant
They don't
cinnamon
sell
roll.
them in Manhattan Beach.
Right, well, apparently they sell a lot of them for $5.6 billion.
Yeah. All right, so this relates to a story that I found today. Chad Ochocinco is a big proponent of junk food. And he had some advice. This is on a podcast. I think this is on the Shay Shay podcast.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
That's the Shannon Sharp one?
Yeah, the Shannon Sharp one. Here's what Chad Johnson said about junk food and Cooper Cup.
They ain't eating right. They not eating right. They putting all this green stuff in their body. They eating all this healthy stuff.
Man, go ahead. There you go with your foolishness, man.
Listen, that's not helping the body. That's not helping you be able to go out there and perform at a high level. At a high rate.
Shannon Sharp does not approve this message that Ocho is.
I'm just telling you.
Right now.
I'm just telling you what it is. I really wanted to talk to some of these individuals that continue to get hurt.
Okay. What would you tell them?
Cooper Cup.
Yes.
Y'all come on over here to me. Cooper Cup. Come on over here to me. Let me talk to you. Let me tell you what I did, because I played 13 years. No injuries. Not one. Not one.
Sometimes they might have imbalances.
They ain't imbalance. They ain't eating right. That's one imbalance.
So his opinion is that junk food is the reason why he never got hurt.
Well, by the way,
Chad still eats McDonald's every day.
All right, let's accept his premise.
Okay.
When I was traveling with Shaq and Kobe in those Lakers,
right,
we were allowed to eat whatever we wanted.
Sure.
On the plane, they had everything. They had cake, ice cream,
nice,
chicken, fish,
Yum,
steak,
buffet.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
Taco, whatever you want.
Yep.
Guys would go make In-N-Out runs. Guys would make Baskin-Robbins runs. Anything you want. Now, fast forward 20 years later, we have a team nutritionist, and there's no sugar on the plane. And when we get to the city, the chef cooks us dinner in a kitchen, and it's all health food.
Right.
So the Chad Ochocinco, at least his mindset, is outdated.
Right.
Now, does that mean that junk food doesn't work? No, maybe it does.
One of his points is that when I was a professional athlete, I could eat as much or anything that I wanted because I'm burning so many calories as a professional athlete,
right,
and training and all that stuff. I think this is one of those ones. If you think it works, it works. If he thought it was McDonald's that was keeping him off the injured list, then probably the McDonald's was good luck to him. And by the way, nothing wrong with McDonald's. When was the last time you went to McDonald's?
5 years, probably.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, I've had no reason to go, and my family doesn't eat McDonald's.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I just have had no reason to go.
You don't go and just get their French fries?
No, those are bad.
A lot of times I will just drive by McDonald's and get the French fries.
I think you said, isn't a sausage egg McMuffin like the perfect breakfast?
Not a sausage egg McMuffin. The standard
ham.
Egg McMuffin.
The standard
ham.
egg McMuffin.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Ham.
270 calories, and it's pretty balanced. I had a trainer tell me you can eat one of those every day. It's a good way to start the
sausage
day.
is better, though.
I mean, it's fatter. It's got more fat in it. Yeah.
But no, it's, McDonald's is good. My daughter still likes it. We get it once every
I
couple
will
weeks.
stop by and get their fries.
I don't like their fries.
Oh, so
I'm
good.
one of the only people that don't like their fries.
Yeah, no, everybody loves
It's
their
too
fries.
salty.
All right, coming up next for you, really, really good news about a dog that we've talked about a lot on this show. Really, really good news. We got that coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about Jacob and Ronnie. Did you know that not all personal injury attorneys will treat you the same? No. One primary example of that is if you're in an accident and you hire an attorney, some major law firms may deem that your accident's too small and not worth their time. So they farm it out to a smaller, less experienced firm. Imagine if that's you. You think, I'm hiring one person, but then you got somebody else handling your case. That is another reason why, if you're in an accident, call Jacob. Every case is equally important to Jacob, and he won't hand off your case to somebody else. And let's face it, who do you want dealing with the insurance company? Jacob, or potentially someone 3 months out of law school. Come on, you want Jacob. Don't take the risk. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, get the medical care you need and the compensation that you deserve, because remember, a lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it,
awesome.
but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I am the best poker player at the station. I have demonstrated that repeatedly.
One time you beat Ireland last year.
And if you want to lose to me, you can come to our Mason and Ireland Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th and register in advance. It's absolutely free. Go to ESPNLA.com, and there are up to $5,000 in prizes for that tournament.
Is there a bounty on you?
There will be a bounty on me, but
me?
No one will get it, and lucky if Bergman's at your table.
Passion, pride, intensity.
Step on their neck, black and gold.
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy. So is this game. So is this rivalry.
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here.
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy. Saturday night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
The game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em.
Car chase, mates. Channel 11
car chase?
right now. Car
man.
chase. Right around the corner.
Oh, this
Figueroa and 18th.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's downtown.
Oh, it's down. This is great.
No,
that's just Staples. There's a Staples right there. Oh, it's different.
No, they just that's
They drove
this
under
is
the
literally
freeway.
right around the corner from us.
Yes.
They just drove by Bob Hope Hall.
Wow.
It's right over by USC.
We will keep an eye. In the meantime, we're playing that Kenny Rogers because we're having our Mason and Ireland Invitational Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th. And Bergman, we've got room left, right? We've got capacity.
We have room, so please sign up right now, ESPNLA.com.
It's free.
Free.
There's $5,000 in cash prizes.
Yep, and there's bounties on you, Mace,
Yes.
you, Johnny, and me, Greg.
What happens if I never get knocked out? I keep my bounty?
Yeah, you keep your bounty.
Put it in my pocket, walk away?
It's you do not get the money.
And
No,
the
you're not allowed.
best poker player here is...
Me.
Me.
And there you have it.
We'll see.
There you have
we'll
it.
See. This is going to be
30th.
determined. Yeah.
So
Brian, are you going to come?
Brian, you playing?
Yeah, I'll play.
All right, good.
I'm all
Can you
right.
play
Tyler,
poker?
I'm okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I got a good poker face.
Tyler, producer Tyler?
He wasn't listening. He had to ask me what we were talking about.
I like poker.
Yeah, excellent. All right, so we want you to go sign up for the tournament. It's absolutely free. Go to espnla.com. There's a place for you to sign up and be with us on September the 30th at the end of the month for our Mason and Ireland Poker Invitational at Commerce Casino.
Come.
Did we really need that? We really need the smoke alarm?
I love it
Yeah,
so
I know
much.
you love it. All right, so, John, we have talked a lot about this lady. Delta Airlines lost her dog.
Right. 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. And the dog has been on the loose. It apparently scampered away off of the tarmac. And this woman was devastated by it, Paula Rodriguez. It's a 6-year-old dog named Maya. It was lost last month, and it was lost at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, which is one of the busiest in the world. They found Maya hiding near the North Cargo facilities, according to a post on Twitter. I'm never going to call it X. On Twitter, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. There it is. Tired but in apparent good health as she was transported to a vet, is expected to return home soon. Now, so she was gone for 3 weeks.
All right, couple questions for you here.
Yep.
We were arguing back and forth over if they never find the dog, what would be the proper monetary compensation to give to the dog owner. You felt like $1 million was appropriate. Jacob said, you're probably not going to get $1 million, but you could start there and see what you could negotiate down. I thought $100,000 would be about right. Now, they found the dog.
Right.
3 weeks after they lost her.
3 weeks of
is
a
the dog
nightmare
owner,
for this woman.
What's the woman's name?
Paula.
Is Paula entitled to any monetary compensation for the 3 weeks she was without her dog?
Of course she is.
How much?
You would have to assume if you're Paula that the dog is dead, right?
Right.
And you're living that life where your dog is dead. It's scampered onto the tarmac and is gone. And you assume it's never coming back.
What is the proper amount to give her?
$1 million.
No. The dog has been found.
I don't care.
And it's healthy.
It's healthy. But I mean, she lived without her dog for 3 months. Now, Jacob's right. You started at $1 million
for 3 weeks.
Settle for $500,000 or whatever.
Not
it is.
3 months. 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm sure it seemed like 3 months to that one. If Murphy the dog, you traveled with him.
Yep.
And he scampered away.
Yep.
And you lost him for 3 weeks.
Yep.
Would you seek legal recourse for civil damages?
Is he fine and back to normal, like this dog?
It appears so, yes.
No money.
Get the hell out of here.
Don't want any money.
You don't want any money?
No, I got my dog back.
This is
Greg,
literally the definition of pain and suffering.
Greg, what if Lola the dog disappeared for 3 weeks? What are you asking for?
I get her back at 3 weeks. She's totally fine.
Yep.
Everything is normal.
Yep.
I still want payment.
How much?
I want $100,000.
I think you two are idiots.
No,
right there too.
No, but I don't think you're getting it, is what I'm saying.
No, 3 weeks without Lola, I'd lose my mind.
Yeah,
I was
It
devastated.
wasn't their fault. It was the fault of the airline.
Yeah,
Correct.
it was their
my
fault.
fault.
They're the reason it happened.
How about
screwed
this?
us up.
Free dog food for life.
All right, I'm in.
I'd consider it.
I'll
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Cosmo Kramer up there took the first offer.
I don't care.
Free coffee.
I bought dog food for
for
my dog yesterday. It cost me $65.
Yeah, I know, it's expensive.
Yeah.
All right, so
wait a minute,
Brian,
so
you're
once a
in
month.
for free dog. Well, okay, I got those two. You two are negotiated. The deal's done. Mace, let me start
For life?
with free dog food for life and free boarding of your dog whenever you go on vacation. I pay all the expenses for life.
Okay, so let me...
Basically, how about this? I pay all of your dog's expenses. Medical, dog food, boarding, as long as the dog lives.
Why would I want boarding from the people that just lost
No,
my
you
dog?
pick-
That's ridiculous.
No, it's like,
You
they're
pick-
really good at boarding.
You pick the place. I just pay for it. You board them wherever you board
Are
them
they
now.
going to pay the lady that stays in my house?
Yeah, whatever. Any cost.
For the rest of my life?
Any costs. This happened to Travis. Travis, do you guys ever hear this story? Travis had a dog. I think this
dogs.
No, but
Yeah,
I
he doesn't
think
like
this
dogs.
dog's name may have been Murphy.
Okay.
Hey, Greg, call Travis and see if he answers his phone because I'm going to screw this story up. But I think the story was that the dog's paw got caught in a fence.
Oh my God, yeah.
All right. That Travis's mom took the dog to the vet and they had to do surgery on the paw. Okay. They did, and to cut off part of the paw.
Right.
They cut off the wrong paw.
Oh my God.
And they came back and said, all right, this dog is covered for basically health care for the dog for the rest of his life. Because Travis's mom was so upset. And I think Travis's dad said, okay, done. You have a deal. They gave him the dog back now with an injured paw and a paw that had been surgically altered.
Right.
Because they did the wrong paw. So this dog had two bad wheels.
This is terrible.
And I think what they took, if I remember, was just health care for the dog, nothing else.
No way.
Yeah.
You cut off the wrong foot?
Wrong paw.
Well, a foot and a paw are the same thing, are
no,
they
they
not?
didn't cut the whole. I don't want to make it sound like the paw was cut off. It was
He's not walking around in two stub
Yeah,
legs.
it was altered. It was altered so the dog would walk with a limp for the rest of its life.
Oh, come on. And he did it for nothing?
For free medical care for the dog's life. Did Travis answer? Yeah, just put him on hold. Just put him on hold.
That's like taking out the wrong kidney.
But I'm pretty sure that Travis, hold on. Hey, Trav.
Yeah.
All right. Do I have the story right? First of all, was your dog got his paw caught in a fence and your mom took him in for surgery and they operated on the wrong paw? Do I have that sort of right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay. And then what did you get? What did your parents get as dog owners for the mistake that the vet made with the surgery?
Free veterinary care for the rest of the dog's life.
And that's it.
That's it.
Did you ask for more?
I think my dad said sold, and they walked out of the room. I think that's what it was.
See, Mason is appalled by this. He thinks that you and your family should have been entitled to monetary compensation.
Yeah, pain and suffering, man. Punitive damages.
Well, maybe that's not how my dad rolled at the time. He still does it, and it was one of those. I mean, I don't have to pay any more vet bills. That sounds good enough to me. It's an honest mistake. Let's keep it moving.
Wow.
That's kind of how we look at
Yeah,
it.
see, so Trav, I think in this argument we're having, you would agree with me. Bergman, Brian, and Mason, I don't know if you've heard this story, but Delta lost somebody's dog. And 3 weeks ago, the dog got out on the tarmac, ran away, and they could not find the dog. Yesterday they found the dog, and the dog is fine. Little hungry, but they took her to a vet, checked out. The dog's going to go on to live a normal life, been reunited with the owner. If that's me, I say, we're good. I got my dog back. I'm happy. All three of these guys, Bergman thinks he should get $100,000.
Yeah.
That's insane.
No,
right.
You hate dogs.
Yeah, you're not a big dog guy, right, Trav?
I'm not a huge dog guy. I'm not anti-dog. Like, look, maybe I'd want a round trip somewhere of my choosing. But other
That's
than
not
that,
for the dog.
$100,000 is insane.
Right. And Mason wants $1 million.
I want $1 million. The dog gets away for now. Think about it. You don't like dogs, so you don't understand this. My dogs are like family members to me. Okay, if the airline screws up and I lose my dog for 3 weeks, and I think for 3 weeks my dog is dead, which I think would have been a fair assumption. I assumed the dog was dead. I'm glad they found the dog, but that's 3 weeks of pain and suffering, and I would sue them for $1 million in a civil case.
You wouldn't get it.
No, I get something.
You wouldn't want me on your jury.
No, but I'll tell you
if
what.
Travis and I were on your jury, we would say go pound sand.
All I need is 10 dog lovers on the jury. You need 10 of 12.
I'm a dog lover, and I'm not giving you even $100,000.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, your dog's fine.
Yeah. The dog is fine. Look, you might need to find 10 dog lovers, but one dog. I guess in civil, you just need to win 6-4 in civil case. What is it?
10 of 12.
10 of 12? Yeah, I don't know. If
Says-
Ireland
says-
there, you're going home with the dog.
Says the guy with
Travis and I wouldn't even deliberate. We'd be on the first tee
Right.
by an hour after.
Well, what
we
tells
went to-
Travis care? He's got a dog with only 2 paws.
By the way, Trav, was that dog the one that was named Murphy?
Yes.
Okay, so did
so
your
the dog got his paw caught in the fence, and when it tried to pull its paw back from the fence, it kind of tore like where the nail is, and so they were supposed to remove the nail, and they took off the wrong nail, the wrong toe, so to speak. So they had to take off the correct toe. So on his right front paw, it only had 2 toes.
Yeah, see, I'm sorry. If I have a 2-toed dog, I'm straight to court. Straight to court.
You better hope you don't get Travis and I on your jury.
Judge person, put on your robe because we're coming to see you. All right. Well, Trav,
all right,
thanks.
Trav, thank you.
We didn't mean to interrupt your lunch.
Yeah, guys. I'm on my way to lunch.
There you go.
All right, good.
All
right, good luck.
Thanks,
Have a good
Trav.
day. See you tomorrow.
All right, there's Travis.
By the way, does it make a difference? Brian mentioned this to me beforehand. There is a possibility, we weren't able to confirm it, but there's a possibility that this woman might not be a United States citizen, this dog owner. Can she legally take someone to court if she's not a citizen?
Wow, that's a really interesting question. I don't know.
I don't know the answer, but my guess is you cannot. You cannot avail yourself to the legal system if you're not a U.S. citizen. Brian, what made you think that perhaps she wasn't? Did you read it someplace?
Yeah, in the story, her home is in the Dominican Republic, and it says that she was here on a visa. So I just kind of put the
if she's here on a visa,
that's okay.
Then she's in legal standing.
Well, that was the whole story. Kind of started as she got turned away for her visa was invalid. So she came.
Now we're back to a problem.
Right. So from Dominican Republic to Atlanta, and then that's where they.
And
by the way,
this is immigration, and immigration reform is a very big political issue. So it would
hadn't heard about it.
It would probably be come up in the presidential debates, and this would be hotly debated on talk shows, and it'd be interesting. I don't know the answer though. I don't know if you can, if you're here on an expired visa, if that would prohibit you from suing. I think it might.
Well, given all my experience with immigration, I've got no friggin' idea. No clue whatsoever. All right. Hey, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool now. Bergman's got stuff. Producer Tyler's got stuff.
What's up, fool?
By the way, Greg,
Ryan's got stuff.
There is a replay of the Chargers-Dolphins game on the NFL Network right now.
Is it better?
This is right about when I sent the text that the Chargers were up 34-30. But Miami had the ball. This is where I said, there's no way they don't blow this.
And also, Joey Bosa should be determined for Sunday now because he's got I forgot what the injury is.
Right.
And also, Austin Eckler not practicing.
Okay.
Yeah, he turned an ankle.
Yeah.
So, Brian, how you feeling for this week?
A little down.
A little down this week? Yeah.
Not looking bright.
This is what it's like when you're a Charger fan.
All right. Injuries are nothing.
Everybody gets injured all the time. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. You never know when they're going to
You never know.
Mike Williams on the last game of the year.
Right. All right. Coming up next for you, What's Up, Fool? We will hit it hard. 710 ESPN.
Barbecues Galore has been with us, more than 20 years now. Henrik Stepanian and the folks at Barbecues Galore have been with us.
My right center fielder played a great game at the All-Star softball game.
Of course he did. And today, Henrik wants to tell you that Weber grills are the ones you want to take a real good look at. They're built to last. They have great features, top-of-the-line construction, best warranty in its category, world-class customer service, and the smartest choice when you're buying a grill. All Barbecues Galore stores are Weber Alliance dealers, and that means they carry everything Weber has to offer. With their low price guarantee, there's no better place than to buy your next Weber than at Barbecues Galore. And you don't even have to pay for all of it. They have extended financing available. So you can pay when you can. Barbecues Galore has been serving L.A. since 1980. With football season back, they are stocked with inventory and got you covered for those Sunday barbecues. You can check out their flagship store in Irvine at the Marketplace, or do what I always do. They got a great website, bbqgalore.com. bbqgalore.com. Barbecues Galore, not just a barbecue aisle, a barbecue store.
It's Evan Cohen.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it,
awesome.
but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I
it's
am
happen.
the best poker player at the station. I have demonstrated that repeatedly.
One time you beat Ireland last year.
And if you want to lose to me, You can come to our Mason and Ireland Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th and register in advance. It's absolutely free. Go to ESPNLA.com, and there are up to $5,000 in prizes for that tournament.
Is there a bounty on you?
There will be a bounty on me,
And
but
me?
no one will get it, and lucky if Bergman's at your table.
Passion, pride, intensity.
Step on their neck, black and gold.
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy. So is this game. So is this rivalry.
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here.
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy. Saturday night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN.
And we've been very excited that What's Up Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. All right, I was scrolling through Instagram last night, and I came across something called the Pun Bible. And so they ask a couple questions on here, and I want to see what you think of it. Is the S or the C silent in the word scent? S-C-E-N-T.
The S is silent.
Why is the S silent?
Because that
Scent.
word exists without
Yeah.
the...
If it's C-E-N-T, you're going to pronounce it the same way.
Yeah, but so why wouldn't the C be silent? They sound exactly the same.
No,
Scent?
See,
No, scent.
Tyler said the
Either-
C was silent.
Either one.
You're saying the S is
well,
silent.
but look, if you see the word written down S-E-N-T, you say scent.
Yes.
If you see the word written down C-E-N-T, you say
say scent.
So either or could be silent.
So which one is it? One of them has to be silent.
The S is
Yeah,
silent.
silent. You the same?
I feel strongly about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel strongly about it in any way.
Let's argue it. Let's argue it.
Yeah.
I got another. There's a couple more.
I say it's the C. You say it's the S. 877-710-ESPN.
It's a very stoner conversation.
Yes.
All right. If two mind readers are reading each other's minds, then whose mind are they reading?
Wait, say it again. If two mind readers.
If two mind readers are reading each other's mind, then whose mind are they reading?
Both.
Yeah, no, it's
both
because
minds
your
are
mind, you're hearing their thoughts, but you're also thinking your thoughts. Are you thinking
Correct.
your thoughts or are you
Both.
thinking their thoughts?
I'm hearing your thoughts and my thoughts. Both.
Right, it's a double thought. It's a double thing. Yeah, I think each one is hearing.
I think you're reading the other person's mind, but
Yeah.
that's just me.
Okay.
Do I use my brain or does my brain use me?
That's a very good question. Your brain uses me.
I disagree. I think you use your brain.
I don't think so. Well, it's both. So there's
Yeah.
something called the autonomous system, which it
think you made that up,
It
but-
breathes for you. It pumps your heart. It does all
It
this
does it
stuff
on its own.
without you knowing that it's doing it and without any effort. So I think your brain is running you.
But even when you're talking and like what I want to say, it's my brain is telling
Yeah,
me,
I
or
guess
I'm telling my brain.
There
to
are
say
two
that.
different nervous systems,
Yeah.
right? There's the autonomous, and then there's the regular nervous system. Thought I was getting really smart there first. Yeah, the regular and the autonomous.
The other ones are when you buy a bigger bed, you have more bedroom but less bedroom.
Yeah, I don't think these are questions.
No, that one's not a question. The other ones were.
I don't know how to respond to that one.
You can't. You can't look. And the other one was you can't look at a word without reading it. That's just it's an interesting quote.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Good.
That's it.
I like it.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys. I woke up today with.
So did you get any of that, Brian? Did any of that make sense to you?
I like the read the mind one.
The read the mind. What about the autonomous nervous system?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
He's going to hit.
I don't either.
He's going to hit 420 tonight. He's going to have that same conversation. With his
All right.
friends.
So I'll be like, oh, I get it now. All right. I woke up today.
Silent, dude.
Got it all wrong. I woke up today with some more alien news. I don't know if you guys saw this, but yesterday the Mexican government showcased 2 alleged bodies to the public and that were discovered in 2017. They're saying that one is over 700 years old and the other 1,800 years old, both with 3 fingers on each hand, and they even tested the DNA, and they say there's 30% of the DNA that is unknown. They have no idea what it is.
Interesting.
How do you think, does this make you a believer now that they actually rolled out these caskets and popped the lids off and there's a couple of aliens sitting right there in front of you?
Yeah, I'm coming around on the whole alien concept. Like I read this story.
Finally.
These are like prehistoric, right?
Right. I mean, 1,800 years ago.
1,800 years ago. Now I just tweeted out some pictures of an alien that was sighted in Bolivia. I'm going to ask you guys to analyze those coming up next, but I kind of believe the Bolivian one is real. The prehistoric one also sounds kind of real. I think I'm
all in on aliens. I've been convinced they've been real for years.
Yeah, I'm very...
E.T. phone home. Let's go, man.
I'm a skeptic.
I saw these. These kind of look a little E.T.-like.
They look.
They
like
do.
Yoda.
Yeah.
They look like Yoda.
Yeah, they are like little Yodas. Yeah, John has.
Can you do the rest of the segment as Yoda?
There is no do. Try.
What's up, Foo?
All right, so I'm not a big fan of scary things. Obviously, Halloween's right around the corner, so all
Right.
of the theme parks are doing their Not Scary Farms and, whatever have you. So movies, video games, television shows, I'm not into it. If it's scary, I'm not having it. Elizabeth Rhodes of Travel and Leisure wrote an article about how she went to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, and she had a great time. She said she's definitely going back. So the question, it's a two-question one. Should I face my fears and try to go this year? And is there something you're deathly afraid of that you'd consider facing?
Okay, so first question first. You absolutely should go. You're scared of haunted houses even if you know you're in a haunted house, like you know it's coming?
Jumpy things is a no for me.
Have you been to one of those?
Yeah.
It's like people are wearing suits that match the wall, and so you walk by and all of a sudden...
Yeah. I kind of like them.
Yeah.
I would not be worried, Tyler. I would go and just be on the defensive, like assume that every wall is caving in on you.
Just keep the fists up and be
Now,
ready to
if
punch
there's
something that jumps out of
there's
it.
one fear that I have that I would like to do a better job of facing, one word, snakes.
Snakes.
I'm
Also
not
a
a
no for
fan
me.
of snakes. I one time lost a bet in San Diego, and I had to go clean snake cages. It freaked me out, man.
I'm trying to think. So,
Cody Lou, by the way, owns a python.
Oh,
does
my
he
goodness,
really?
I did not
Like
need to
a
know
big
that.
old python.
By the way, Cody, congratulations. Cody got a
Dwight
big
Howard
promotion
used to
here.
have 20 snakes.
Yeah, I don't get the point of a snake.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
wanna-
going to
I don't
cuddle
wanna
up with
pet.
you.
I mean,
You
they
can't
can,
pet
I
a
guess.
snake.
They'll just wrap around you and squeeze you.
Exactly.
Until you weren't alive anymore.
So the question about the haunted houses is I haven't gone to one in years. The last time I went, it did scare the living hell out of me. And even though I know it's a fake haunted house, I still get that weird feeling that something's going to jump out at me at any moment. But I would be willing to, if you guys wanted to go, I would go to one of those.
Well, Cody Lou
Oh,
just
let's do
texted
it.
me and
Yeah.
said that they're putting together a Halloween Horror Nights group around here. ESPN LA group.
I'm all for it.
So maybe we'll do
I'll
that.
do it. John, are you in?
If it were any other night, I could do it.
Bergman, you scared of anything?
I mean, I'm scared of stuff. Like, what I'm scared of is more like different things, like being on an airplane and it crashing because I will never see my daughter again.
Well,
that's
you know what's weird about that,
terrifying.
Craig, is there's nothing you can do about that.
No, I know, but it worries me to death that I'm going to die on that and I don't get to say goodbye to my daughter. That is all those are the types of things I'm worried about.
But you're not afraid of flying. Right?
No, I'm
You're
not
just-
afraid
okay.
of flying. I'm afraid of that happening. I'm afraid of like drowning.
So you're a big what if guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Brian?
Open ocean, scariest thing to me.
Dude,
Just
same.
landed out there in the open ocean.
Same.
You can see nothing but, ocean for miles.
Guess I'm scared of a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Tell you my biggest
kind
fear?
of a baby.
Yeah, I guess.
My biggest fear is Juan says, "What am I doing with him?"
You would fall apart. Nothing would work.
Nothing would work. Completely fall apart. Dishes to the ceiling. Trying to chase dogs around. And no, he holds, as one likes to say, he's the CEO of Steve Mason Inc. He really does run the show. But yeah, if he looked at me one day and said, I'm going to do something else, I would be very, very upset. That's my biggest fear.
What's up, fool?
I got one more for you guys.
Okay.
There's a video going around of Tiger Woods from the other day. I believe it was yesterday. And a fan asked him what, one tip for golf would be, golf advice. And Tiger says, don't effing watch any YouTube videos.
Yep.
So have you guys taken anything from YouTube that you've been able to apply?
All the time.
Yeah, same.
All the time.
Fix my car.
For golf, especially. I
Really?
watch them all the time. But
do you watch it for golf? You watch YouTube?
All the time.
For what? Like course analysis or
No. Like
swing?
All of that.
Yeah, all that stuff?
Yeah, and by the way, there's a bunch of websites, there's a bunch of golf websites that I actually pay to be on.
Really?
That give you golf tips. So it can be like, what's your biggest problem when you golf? Like what if I could overnight snap my fingers and fix something that you do?
Yeah.
Getting out of the sand.
Get the ball into the air instead of hitting a ground ball.
Okay. So you go to this website.
Yep.
And you go to the instruction tab.
Yep.
And you go to vault categories. They have a vault of everything. So like you say you can't get out of the sand.
Right.
You just click on this one that says bunkers. And it has every imaginable bunker tip that you can look. You can bury in the bunker cheat, hit bunker shots like a pro, easy fairway bunker shots, easy greenside bunker shots, escaped plug shots. And you get on these things and they basically tell you how to get out of the bunker. And so I think Tiger is wrong.
You think you're disagreeing with Tiger? Tiger says just go out and play.
Okay.
Just go out and keep playing. He sometimes plays 13 hours a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Across the bunker, starts running across the green, or worst ever, we hit that hosel rocket shank that shoots 90 degrees to the right. Extremely frustrating and really embarrassing when we get in the bunker and we can't get out. Well, there's a great product here called the Bunker Pro from Eyeline Golf. And this is a great system.
So now this is costing me money. I got to go buy the Bunker Pro.
So you buy the subscription, then they tell you to buy the Bunker Pro.
You guys would laugh at me to no end when you see the. All right.
Yeah.
So you would laugh at me. I have more golf gimmick stuff that's supposedly going to save me, and half the time it doesn't work.
Yeah. But
I still do it.
Bergman, do you watch YouTube videos on golf?
So not on golf, but I used to have to. When I was living in Hawaii, I had to take the what's it called, the on your car. I'm blanking on the name on your windows tint.
Tint in your windows.
I take off the tint in my car, and so I use YouTube to how to take off the tint.
Yeah, I use YouTube all the time to figure out how to do. Like I learned Photoshop by watching YouTube.
Yep.
You can learn no matter what skill you are trying to develop, whether it's cooking or it's what. There are recipes on there, chefs on there, teachers on there. Like I keep thinking there should be like a. You know how they have those master class things. You know, like
I love that idea.
I think there should be a Steve Mason masterclass.
What would you teach?
I would teach the art of radio.
There is no art to radio.
There is art to radio.
What is it?
John, we come in here every day with a blank canvas, and it's our job to create something. This is our creative time.
Yeah.
So I would argue that, yes, I do have something to teach because I know how to use this creative time.
Okay.
You disagree?
We got a break.
I think you either have it or you don't.
I got it.
You can't just throw somebody on the radio.
Totally got it.
Unless you're Larry Gifford. He apparently thought you could do that.
Just random shout out for Larry. All right, coming up next for remember that bar that was going to buy drinks for everybody whenever the Jets lost?
Yep.
The Jets won, and I've got the bar tab. Coming up next, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
And now you had a this is not a hot take.
Greg strikes again.
We're here each weekday, 12:55 p.m. till 3:55 p.m. You don't want to miss a moment, yo.
Yeah, from now on, we're going to call people out when they're soft, Greg.
That's fine, man. Go right ahead.
More of Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
What's going on, people?
Yes, Aaron Rodgers has finally spoken.
Oh, has he?
First thing he said,
yeah.
The night is darkest before the dawn, and I shall rise yet again.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, so maybe he's not planning on retiring.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I hope not. I mean, I would love to see him come back.
Yeah, I don't know if he will, and I don't know if he can come back next year even.
Made
This year is out.
Made for a terrible Monday.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football was
Bummed
such a
everybody
letdown.
out.
Yeah. So remember that bar in Milwaukee who said...
Yeah, after Aaron Rodgers left the Packers and went to the Jets, they said, if you come in here and watch football and Aaron Rodgers is playing and the Jets lose...
Yes.
All your drinks are free.
Yes.
So that is... I mean, I felt like as soon as Aaron Rodgers went down that game was an absolute lock for Buffalo.
Yep.
If I would have been in that bar, I would have started drinking heavily because I figured it would all be free.
So it is free because the Jets won.
No, other way around.
It is free.
When he loses, you get the drinks for free.
Oh, right. So you didn't get any drinks.
No, you had to pay your tab. So this is how this would have gone down.
Right.
You and I go into this bar.
Yeah.
We're rooting hard for Buffalo because if they win
I get
and
my
the
drinks
Jets
free.
lose, we get all of our drinks for
Right.
free. Aaron Rodgers goes down. We could probably, knowing you and me, we would have started ordering shots for the whole bar.
Yeah.
Thinking we're never going to have to pay for any of these. Then all of a sudden, the Bills wet the bed in the second half. They lose the game, and all the stuff we ordered, we have to pay for.
Well, it seems to have worked. There were 350 people with open tabs at the bar for this game. The biggest bill was $160, and the total estimated take for the bar that night was $20,000. So,
wow!
Congratulations to Jack's Bar for turning Monday night into a big win for everybody in there drinking. All right, so
hey, I got something really fast for you.
Yeah,
I saw this come across my feed.
Yep.
Apparently, Alex Rodriguez, remember the whole biogenesis scandal?
Yes.
Apparently, he ratted out former players, and it's coming out now that he did that.
I saw this today. Do you know who he ratted out?
Yes. It says added into the investigation record the names of 3 former or then current players in the Bosch that Bosch had identified him as a PED clients: Manny Ramirez, Ryan Braun, and another All-Star player. That player was lone one not already on investigation.
Yep.
He was never so. Rodriguez was never tested positive for PEDs. He was never interviewed by authorities. He was never suspended by the MLB, and all because of this.
So they basically cut a deal with him.
He cut a deal with him.
Give us some names, and we'll let you skate.
And Manny Ramirez, Ryan Braun, and somebody else. He gave them their names.
Chivato.
Oh, that's a good call.
No, see, this is what Mason would do.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Well, did you not say that when we were talking about me being in a class with UCLA basketball players, and they said, "Hey, Ireland, let me see your paper."
Right.
And I slid my paper over so they could see it. Did you not say you would turn me and them in?
No, I didn't say I'd turn them in. I said it's cheating. I never said
I'm not cheating.
I'm
They're
going
cheating.
to raise my hand and say those guys over there
No,
are
that's what
cheating.
you-
I'm not going to be a rat, but
Right.
I do think it's wrong to let somebody share off your paper. But I'm not going to raise my hand and say, "Hey, teach, those guys are cheating over there." That's what Rodriguez did. Rodriguez basically said, "Oh, I'm caught." Yeah, but Ryan Braun and Manny Ramirez. What about those guys?
And this other guy.
And there's other All-Star.
Yeah, and you know, people are going to figure out once the internet's undefeated, people are going to figure out who the other All-Star is.
Sure, they are.
It's going to happen.
Well, Ryan Braun we knew about, right, because of the whole urine thing in the fridge and switching it up and all that.
Throwing the tester under the
stole
bus.
the MVP from Matt
Manny
Kemp.
Ramirez tested positive at some point, did he not?
I can't remember, but
I think later on.
I thought, wasn't Manny in the Mitchell report?
He might have been.
Yeah.
David Ortiz was not.
No, he was not.
But David Ortiz, that's always been kind of around him.
Manny Ramirez was
likely
suspended 50 games for testing positive for performance-enhancing
Was
drugs.
that with the Dodgers?
Dodgers outfielder Manny
Yeah.
Ramirez suspended 50 games. This must have been the year after Manny Wood, right? It wouldn't have been Mannywood year. It would be the year after that. Yeah. That was a fun time, though. Mannywood was a fun time.
It was a blast.
Oh, so good. Now, does it bother you now that you know that was all he was on the juice?
Does it bother me?
Does it take the fun
because
out of it?
No, we saw it. I was still excited during it. It doesn't take any fun out of it, but it does acknowledge the fact that Alex Rodriguez is just a fought, though. Like, that's exactly what he does. And it doesn't surprise me at all in any sense.
But what's interesting is it hasn't really affected him post-baseball like it has all these other dudes.
Well, he's never getting to the Hall of Fame.
No. Right, but he has
Barry Bonds is not a gregarious baseball analyst and never will be.
But A-Rod has contracts with both Fox and ESPN.
Yeah.
I think he's the only guy working for both networks.
I think he's leaving ESPN and going just to Fox.
Just to Fox.
Wait, he's not doing the K-Rod anymore?
I
think he is. I think Michael K and A-Rod do a Manning Brothers thing every Sunday night.
I wonder if that's ending. Because it says in the story somewhere that he is leaving for Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's still. I watched it recently. I'm pretty sure they still do the Manning Brothers thing.
But in
night.
that spot, would you turn other people in? Would you say, yeah, I got it, but what about Manny and Ryan Braun?
No, this just happened to me.
Really?
I was overcharged at a club I belong to.
Okay.
And I wrote him a note saying, hey.
Was it the Jonathan Club?
Sure. It wasn't, but for the sake of this story, we'll say it was.
I always wanted to go there.
So I got my bill, and I looked at it, and they said, yeah, Friday night you charge $93 worth of stuff. And I said to Lisa, hey, how many drinks did you have on Friday night? She said, 1. And I had 1. I go, and so I wrote him back. I go, we had 2 drinks. I don't know where this $93 is coming from. And they wrote back and they said, here's what you were charged for. And there were a whole bunch of drinks we didn't order.
Right.
And they said, were you drinking with other members at the bar? I said, yeah, I was drinking with a lot of other members.
Yep.
And they said, well, who were they? I said, I'm not going to tell you that. But I'm just going to tell you that it wasn't me.
Not a Givato.
And they said, well, if you don't tell us who the other ones are, then there's not a lot we can do. I go, well, then I'll just pay it.
Right.
But I'm not throwing anybody
Took
else
one for
under
the
the
team.
bus. Yeah. No, I can't do that. I
Yeah,
can't,
no, that's right.
You got to live with yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. Bergman, you going to turn anybody in?
No, never. Absolutely not.
What if you get a better deal if you turn somebody in?
No.
Still not?
No. I'm not a rat.
So you go from, let's just say, you go from a year in jail to no jail.
I'll take the year in jail.
Really?
No, I'm not. I will not rat on somebody. I won't do it.
What about you, Brian?
I'm staying out of jail.
That is
Thank you for answering honestly.
Honest.
Yeah.
No, I'm being honest.
Most people would do what Brian did.
What about you, producer Tyler? Would
Give
you
me
cut a deal?
clemency. No way I'm going to jail.
There you go.
Keep me out of the slammer.
Jail is still jail, man. It's still jail. No fun.
None of you are loyal.
I didn't say
Loyal
that.
to myself.
Loyal to my pot.
I didn't say I'm turning it. I'm not turning anybody.
So you're not turning it. You're not.
No.
You're going to go to jail for a year.
Go to jail, and I'm going to go on a hunger strike.
So then you're going to die in jail.
Yes. Eventually, I'll eat.
No,
but for a while, it's going to be a hunger strike. All right, coming up next for you, John. This is weird. You sent the story today. So there's this concept of, cable is bundled, right?
Yeah, but it's dying.
And nothing's really a la carte until maybe now. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it,
awesome.
but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I
It's gonna
am the
happen.
best poker player at the station. I have demonstrated that repeatedly.
One time you beat Ireland last year.
And if you want to lose to me, you can come to our Mason and Ireland Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th and register in advance. It's absolutely free. Go to espnla.com, and there are up to $5,000 in prizes for that tournament.
Is there a bounty on you?
There will be a bounty on me,
And
but
me?
no one will get it, and lucky if Bergman's at your table.
right, so we all pay, well, most of us pay for cable. And with cable, like I have Spectrum, I get Discovery and DIY and the Cooking Channel and all these channels that I don't give a damn about.
Right.
And frankly have never watched. I probably need only 6 channels.
I might not even need 6.
I want the 4 locals. So that's 4.
Okay.
I want ESPN. Oh, I guess I need the ESPNs. Right?
Yes, that's another 4.
That's true. That's another 4. And then,
well, how many of them do you need, really? You need ESPN, ESPN2.
Well, there are a lot of football games on the weekend.
And when one game's running long, they always put it on ESPN News or something.
Yeah. So I would say the ESPNs and FS1. Those are the ones I need. I'll get games on FS1.
Let's do it just for fun.
Okay.
Let's do a channel draft.
Okay.
Once one guy takes it, it's off the board, and then the other gets it. So you get first pick. What do you want?
I am going to take. I'm going to take ESPN and all the channels that go with it.
Okay. I'm going to. Well, let me see. I'm trying to figure out where I can get the most NFL.
Yep.
Can I take?
Yes.
Sunday Ticket.
No, but you could take the NFL Network, which has got Scott Hansen on it.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Fox.
Bergman, you're taking Fox.
Yeah, I get all the NFC games.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, Tyler, who are you taking?
NBC.
Okay, that's a good one. You get to watch all the Olympics. Brian?
No,
I'd go ABC.
Okay. Now we'll do a snake draft. You get another pick, Brian.
CBS.
All right, so you get 2 and Tyler.
Yeah, you got the AFC.
Yeah.
Does MLB Network count?
Yes.
Give me that.
Okay, good one. Greg?
So everything's gone.
There's a couple obvious ones.
I want. Do I get both Spectrum channels?
No, one.
You get
or
one of
just
the other.
one.
Dodgers or the Lakers. Take whichever one you want.
Man, I am going to take the Laker channel.
And I will take the Dodgers.
But I'll leave Dodgers. I'm not taking the Dodgers.
Okay, who are you taking?
I'm taking TNT.
No, that's a great
That's a
pick.
good one. Yeah.
And I got them late.
Right.
All right.
And
we'll go through one more. Then you get the Dodger channel, and you get one more.
Well, you were supposed to take 2.
No.
CBS,
Basin went
ABC,
first.
Oh.
Fox, ABC.
So we're just snaking back the other way now.
Got it.
Have we used all the locals?
No.
Channel 7. Channel 7.
he
I'll-
done.
Brian's
Brian
got
took
ABC.
ABC.
So he got
ABC and
KBC.
ABC, NBC.
CBS and Fox are
is
gone. The
Fox
4
is
big
gone.
networks
Okay.
are gone.
So now I need another one.
What's another one?
Boy.
I
don't know if I need any more.
Boy.
No. There's one. There's a big one you're leaving out.
Okay.
What do I want? I mean,
If you don't take it, I'm going to take it. Take something.
it goes to you.
Yeah.
I will take. I'll take the Pac-12 network.
Oh, God, good luck. You can watch Oregon State play Washington State every weekend.
I can't think of anything.
I'm going to take Netflix.
That's not a channel. That's not a channel.
No, but
that's a streaming service. You pay for that streaming service.
Then
That's a channel.
I could probably wait before I take this, but I'm the only one because I'm the only one here that wants it.
Yeah,
but
Bravo?
give me Bravo.
Yeah, you want Bravo.
I'm going to take.
Wait,
I'm going to take.
Yeah, you go next.
I'm going to take the Disney Channel for Riley
All
because
right,
she loves it.
Tyler.
FX has the movies.
FX,
yeah,
that's a good
FX
pick.
is
Brian,
good.
last pick of the day.
I'd go with the AMC.
AMC.
Oh, the old movies. Nice. I like that.
Got a lot of good shows, too.
Okay, so
not
we
Turner movie channel. It's the channel Breaking Bad was on
Yeah.
AMC.
Yeah.
So we went 5 guys. We each took 3 or 4. We basically did 15, 20 channels. That's all we need. You and I pay for 500 channels.
Correct.
That was the point I was trying to make.
Yes.
We don't need that many.
Yeah, I wish I could just go through like a menu. I'll take this. It's like you go to
Okay.
a sushi restaurant. You say, I'll take
you
this.
walked
I'll take
us
this.
down
I'll
the
take
road.
3 of these.
No, you walked us down the road where I think it's heading.
Okay.
There was a story in the LA Times today that all of these Bally sports, like that have the Angels and the Ducks,
Right.
are all going bankrupt.
Yep.
They're all going belly up. And baseball and NBA, and they need to decide what they're going to do with these games.
Yep.
So I think de facto, Mace, it's going to come down to pretty soon. You and I are going to end up where Bergman is now. We're going to cord cut.
Yes.
We just haven't done it yet. Like this house I'm building in Idaho, I'm cord cutting it.
Okay.
I'm not going to have anything. And that way, doesn't it de facto become a la carte? So basically, I'm going to pay for whatever ESPN Plus. I'm going to pay for Hulu that has live networks so I can watch stuff. But I'm not.
How are you going to watch the Lakers if you're cord cutted? I
think by that point, I'm going to be able, since I pay for the Lakers in LA.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to use my DirecTV app to watch the Lakers.
Then you haven't cut the
Idaho.
cord. You're using DirecTV.
But in LA, I'm not cutting the cord. But in Idaho, I am. I'm not like Greg. You don't pay for any cable now, right?
Well, not cable. I pay for all the streaming services.
Right. So how do you get the Lakers?
It's the DirecTV stream.
Okay, so maybe that's how we do it. But DirecTV stream, you get to pick your channels.
Yes.
Right?
What are you looking at, Mace?
I was just looking.
You just want to look around.
I was looking in the next.
You're looking. You want to go see it? Oh, hey.
I mean, like this, you kind of went down this road this week when you thought you weren't going to have when Charter and Disney had the dispute.
Yes,
you went and got Fubo, right?
Fubo.
Yeah.
1 week free trial, and I got the NFL Network.
Don't forget to cancel it.
Yeah, I know that's the thing. They want you to forget. Fubo was what Disney recommended, I think. ESPN, Disney, all those guys recommended you take Fubo, and I took it for the weekend. And I'm serious. If Monday Night Football had not aired on Spectrum, I would have called the next day to get DirecTV streaming.
Well, what's interesting is, I know this is going to sound strange, but I really don't need the Laker network.
Well, you're doing all the
there,
games.
right?
Yeah,
You're not there.
Of course
So
not.
It's not. Now I'd miss having the Dodgers.
Yes,
but I don't need
That's
the
right.
Lakers.
You're at every game.
Right.
That's right.
So until they put me out to pasture, I don't need the network.
Oh, you'll
But
die. You'll die in that chair.
But I think fans obviously need it because they're not going to Chicago for a Wednesday night game against the Bulls.
Exactly. So I wanted to get this in. Do you know how Peyton Manning was looking for quarterbacks to be on his quarterback show like they had this year
Right.
with Pat Mahomes?
Did he finally get somebody to take the deal?
He did.
Who is it?
Matthew Stafford.
He agreed to do it.
I think to do it.
I think it's a smart move by him. It's going to, number one, I think it's going to be good for him.
Yep.
I think it's going to be good for Kelly, his wife, who I think gets blamed for a lot of stuff. And
Only when she says something stupid.
But I've seen her before. Like
wow,
Patrick Mahomes'
the whole
wife.
thing, my husband doesn't get the kids.
See, now, okay, with that.
What?
Do you think she did it on purpose because he's going to be on quarterback too, and that is going to be on quarterback?
I think she had it. It was totally accidental, and she put her foot in her mouth.
Yeah, but now I think like one thing I noticed, Brittany Mahomes comes off great in quarterback.
Sure, yeah.
I think Kelly Stafford will come off great in quarterback. I mean, I think when you agree to do these things, it's a good thing, not a bad thing. All these guys that are turning it down are stupid.
So they've got. I think he's going to be the Patrick Mahomes of this next season.
Yeah, ideally they had three last year. They had Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes, and Marcus Mariota.
And then they need somebody who's middle of the road,
Okay.
like Kirk Cousins, and then they need somebody who's barely hanging on, like Marcus Mariota. Where is Marcus Mariota?
He is the backup quarterback in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of if everyone would say yes, and I followed your edict.
Yeah, follow
So
that.
we've got our A quarterback.
Yep.
A good B quarterback, I think, would be Tua.
That is very good.
I think they asked him, and he said no. But I think I've seen him, in some behind-the-scenes stuff, and I think he's come off really good. And a barely hanging on guy.
How about Jameis Winston?
No, he's not even playing.
He's
we
barely
need somebody
hanging
that
on.
we need somebody.
Well, Mariota's not playing.
Well, he played last year though. He was the starting quarterback in Atlanta. They had three starting quarterbacks.
Okay, got
I think that's a prerequisite. What about Ryan Tannehill? He's kind of barely hanging on.
He is barely hanging on.
Jordan Love would be good because he's like new.
He's up and coming. Jared Goff would be good. Lions going to be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, Jared Goff's too boring.
He
just doesn't like to.
You're so hard on Jared Goff.
No, he would tell you he's too boring.
Well, he's had no chance to. I mean, where has he had a chance?
He's just super low energy, Jared Goff. Whenever
he's
you
just mellow. He's a
talk,
California guy.
Right. Whenever you talk to him and interview him, I don't think he would move the needle.
Jalen Hurts said no, right?
Yes.
Derek Carr said no.
I don't know if they asked him.
Derek Carr would be a good
really
middle of the road guy.
How about Taysom Hill?
The greatest player
in the history of the sport.
I'll say it again. Jim Brown, Tom Brady, Taysom Hill. That's the list of the greatest college players of all, the greatest NFL players of all time.
According to
Ross Tucker. Do you have that one, Brian?
I'm not kidding when I tell you I think he's one of the best football players ever in Taysom Hill.
Ever.
So he should be on quarterback then because he's the greatest ever.
Yeah, that's
you get
true.
the top tier.
The greatest.
It can be the top tier Taysom Hill, middle tier Matthew Stafford.
Do you ever hyperbolize during Laker games? That's complete hyperbolization.
How dare you accuse me of hyperbole?
That'd be like saying there's nothing worse than opening a pistachio that doesn't work. Can't open a pistachio.
So
the answer to your question is every single
your job is
game.
To hyperbolize,
Yes,
right? That's
exactly.
literally the description of the job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know this is against the rules.
Oh.
But
yeah.
How about this?
Okay.
So who have we agreed on so far?
Matthew Stafford. Did we say Derek Carr?
Yeah. And then how about this for a third one?
Okay.
Caleb Williams. You just do it at SC.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That is interesting.
And about his decision whether or not to turn pro. I don't know. It's the show. It's called Quarterback.
It's called Quarterbacks.
Just want to get somebody from like
Cliff Kingsbury would be featured a lot because he's working with Caleb.
Working with Caleb, yeah.
That'd be interesting,
People
wouldn't it?
are fascinated by Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
Alex Grinch, our
Or
defensive
Shedeur
coordinator.
Sanders.
What about Alex Grinch?
Well, you're when you play Colorado, you're going to get Grinched.
Yeah, we will see. I think USC will beat him by a couple of touchdowns.
All right, now I still think one of the most fascinating things about that USC Colorado game is where do you set the point spread?
Yeah.
I'm convinced it's 9. SC by 9 gets money coming in on both sides. What do you think?
I am
going
to say
too low.
Too low. I think it's 13.5.
I think everybody bets on Colorado if you do 13.5.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's good for Vegas because USC's winning the football game.
Right, but
I don't think
your goal in Vegas is to get the exact same amount of money on both sides.
Right.
You want everybody to bet. So is it 9 that number? Bergman, what would you set the number at? USC Colorado next month.
USC Colorado next month?
In Colorado.
In Colorado, USC minus 17.
Minus 17.
Everybody would bet on Colorado if you do that.
They would, but it doesn't matter.
SC's
they're
gonna
going
whack
to
'em.
destroy them.
Yeah, they're going to whack them.
No, I think 9 is the number.
Yeah.
That's too low.
Morales is here.
What's going on, guys?
How are you,
Chris?
man? Good to see you.
Chris, you came in with a certain sense of urgency. What do you got going
Not
on?
urgency. I was with Slee earlier, and
You got your
different
Sunday.
meetings.
You're rocking your Sunday swagger.
Always Sunday
I wore that
swagger.
shirt yesterday.
Me too.
So did
Always
Bergman.
The four-way stretch.
I know.
I'm not going to show it to you right now.
It's wicking something.
But I wanted to take a moment because I didn't get to do this yesterday
Mm-hmm.
on Live Imaging Tuesday. I want to give tribute to producer Tyler. He's been doing an amazing job, hasn't he?
Well, not with my fantasy team, but every other area, yes.
Yeah.
But still, he's taken the bit of your fantasy team and the Seahawks.
Yes.
And last Friday, he ran the board for Sedano and Cal. He did an
Nice.
amazing job.
Yeah.
And the important thing about this is he's taking a lot of the mundane stuff off of Corporate Greg's desk right now.
Oh, nice.
So that Corporate Greg can concentrate on carrying the sports of this show every day. And I think he's doing a great job at it.
So you're saying Tyler carries the sports
No,
every
no.
day?
Greg carries the
Greg
sports.
carries
with you.
the sports. Now, who's sportsier? Who's
Sportsier
sportsier,
between
Bergman or producer Tyler?
Well, strictly based on the fantasy thing, the answer is correct.
Because my dream, before I leave this earth, which
Yes.
could be a month from now or 10
Tomorrow.
years from
You
now.
never know.
or by 4 o'clock.
Mason and Ireland underneath with Corporate Greg.
With
I like that.
Greg.
Oh,
That
that's
sounds
always
really
what
good.
you want if you're on a show. You always want to be the person at the end that says, and Steve Mason.
Yes, and Steve
Jimmy
Mason.
Smits.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Or
true. You want to
with-
be that.
With Steve Mason.
Actors fight over that
And
spot.
the first step is the live Blue Review.
Oh,
Each
that's
weekday
right.
morning, 9:30 a.m.
You know, every morning I turn it on now.
Well, yesterday we were 10 minutes late, but that doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I don't know if you're allowed to be on the Blue Review if you leave in the 4th inning.
Well,
I think
I-
that
You left in the 4th inning?
Beto left in the 4th inning, and he was driving.
Wait a
Who
minute.
do you think
We were in
was
Beto's
who do you
truck.
think was advocating to leave in the 4th
You
inning?
left in the 4th
It's
inning?
1,000,000% Beto.
I'll give you credit because by all the Instagram content and Twitter
Yes.
content, I thought you were there till the end.
Yeah, no, we had fun last. I mean, Beto could run for mayor of Dodger Stadium and
Absolutely.
be elected in a landslide. He knows everybody, and he knew exactly when Fernando Valenzuela was going to pop out of the press room. He set us up to be able to get a picture taken with there. The mariachi was fantastic last night.
Imagine the promo. Mason, Ireland, Corporate Greg.
Do we want to?
It sounds really good.
Run with that, Corporate Greg. What is prompting this Corporate Greg love?
He's amazing.
I'm a huge Corporate Greg
Are you
fan.
really?
But apparently he doesn't even come in here when I'm not working.
Well, I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore.
Oh, you don't do that? Now you work every day?
I talked him through it.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Oh, good. So what are you doing in here today?
Well, it's a Wednesday. Sam Pines, the owner of the station, he wants more days. But see, on Wednesdays I get very frustrated because it's all meetings.
Yeah.
Like I came out of one meeting today and I said, Greg, I need a giant cookie the size of your head, a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos, and a Coke Zero.
That is a very specific order.
And I consumed 1,200 calories quite quickly.
That's nice. Yeah,
and then
you're good
had
at that.
the dip from producer Emily.
Oh, producer Emily's dip.
It was in a crock pot.
She brought in her own crock
She
pot.
brought it. It was
So before I realized we were walking out of a meeting and I looked over at the bullpen and I said, Greg, what the F is that crock pot doing here?
Yeah, it's weird. I never saw a crock pot in the
It was exotic.
bullpen before. Yeah, it was. It was surprising. I didn't try. Did you try it?
It was amazing.
Was it really good? Bergman, did you have it?
I did try it.
It was
I
like
took
buffalo,
a little piece because I can't handle that. This is a
Buffalo-
buffalo chicken dip.
Buffalo chicken dip.
And it was really, really good.
By the way, the tacos al pastor last night, fantastic.
Yeah?
Yo, so
Did
good.
you have the salsa verde or did you go hot?
Salsa verde.
Okay.
Salsa verde. And a little guac and some onions.
Right.
Oh, delicious.
Did you like the pavilion?
I did like the pavilion. There are so many Mason and Ireland people out in the pavilion.
Of course.
Like, that's where our listeners are. Our listeners are
Our
not...
listeners are everywhere, but yes,
yeah,
there's a
but-
lot of them in pavilion.
But our behind home plate list fans are much more chill. These guys were like, "Hey, what's going on?" They just had conversations.
I don't think I mentioned this, and I know we're behind it a bit,
That's
but in
all right.
6 days,
yes,
Tuesday, September 19th, the next lit
Yeah.
is my 40th birthday. So you better bring me.
Beautiful.
You better bring me something.
the big four.
What are you looking for?
I don't know exactly, but something exotic.
Something exotic.
Maybe a
Well,
Janet.
I'll see if she's available.
Wow, your 40th birthday.
I hope I don't make it. I
And
hope I
was gonna
check out
say,
on.
They said you wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
I hope I check out on Monday at 39.
No, we're excited for you to turn 40.
So it'll be
You're
a
all
big.
growing up. You're going to get more mature.
It'll be. I hope so. It'll be a big live imaging Tuesday next.
I'm
on
excited
Tuesday,
for
all right?
that. You know, our poker tournament's coming up.
Yes, September 30th, right?
Yeah, and apparently Bergman told me there are still spots available. There's
Spots
How
available.
is that possible?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't write the liners today.
Yeah, ESPNLA.com. You'll see exactly where to reserve your spot, and there's $5,000 in cash prizes September 30th at Commerce Casino.
No entry fee. Go to ESPNLA.com.
It's free.
Do you want me to come there on Saturday, September 30th?
Of course.
Okay.
I always want Morales there.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever
Beautiful.
we can get some Morales, we're good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mason, Ireland with Corporate Grade continues next.
All right. Hey, look, you did the tough thing during COVID. You paid your employees and you pulled your business through the pandemic. And now, doing that tough thing could qualify you for up to $26,000 per employee at covidtaxrelief.org. Now, government funds are available to reward companies like yours with 2 or more employees who stayed open during COVID. Get this, it's not a loan. You'd never have to pay it back. But this program is super complicated, and nobody knows more about it than the CPAs and the tax experts at covidtaxrelief.org. You pay nothing up front, they do all the work, and then they share a percentage of the cash they get with you. Businesses of all kinds qualify, including nonprofits and churches. Again, you did the tough thing for your employees during COVID. Let covidtaxrelief.org help you get up to $26,000 per employee. Visit covidtaxrelief.org. That's covidtaxrelief.org, covidtaxrelief.org. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Yo, the most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Hold them like they do in Texas, please. Fold them, let them hit me, raise it.
So we are in a survivor pool, and maybe for the first time in as long as I can remember, John, everybody survived week 1. Everybody.
I doubt everybody will survive week 2.
You, me, Bergman, Brian, producer Tyler, Juan, my mom, not stepdad Leo, Myrna, everybody survived in our group. So looking at the schedule this week, there seems to be an obvious one, and I'm not going to take it, just in the event that there's a wipeout.
You're not going to take Buffalo?
Oh, you're going to go Buffalo.
You're going to go Buffalo?
No, well, they're the biggest favorite.
I'm not doing that one.
I'm not doing it either.
I can't do it.
Yeah, no, to me, there's one pick on the board. Dallas at home versus Zach Wilson and the Jets. Come on. Is Dallas not the pick?
I think they are, but if everybody takes Dallas
and they get wiped out,
I think there's only 3 picks you can really look at.
Okay.
Dallas,
yep,
Buffalo playing the Raiders at home, and the Lions are at home against Seattle.
Yeah, not stepdad Leo took the Lions, and my mom took Dallas.
Think they'll both win.
Where are you going to go?
Yeah, I like the Lions.
I'm probably going to end up on Dallas.
Yeah, I'm on Dallas. I wouldn't take Buffalo versus Vegas. Vegas wasn't bad.
I might do the Niners.
Screw you.
No, it's not because of that.
Sure it
That's
is.
They're the better team, and by a long shot.
I've got 50,000 mythical dollars on Rams +8.
That's even more of a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at least for me, the pick is going to be Dallas. John, where are you going?
I'm leaning Dallas, but I'll make a pick on Friday.
Okay.
There's a Thursday night game this week, right?
Yeah.
Philadelphia, Minnesota, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that one.
I would not do that
No,
one
I'm
either.
not touching that. By the way, tomorrow we have a brand new gambling guy on the show. His name is Joe Fortenbaugh. You see him on ESPN. He's going to join us tomorrow at 1:30. Is that right, Matt Bergman?
Matt? Who's Matt?
I was going to say Matthew Berry's coming up at 2:15 tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow at 1:30 for Fortenbaugh.
So some gambling at 1:30, some fantasy football at 2:15.
The Cowboys one is actually really good.
It is. I mean, you're
It's
facing
really good.
a deflated Jets team that just
one of the highest favorites out of the division at home. It fits all my
all your rules.
My rules. It fits them all.
I have no idea what Juan's going to come up with. He's got some secret system. He will not tell me.
What was it last year? Did you know?
Yeah, last year it was random number generator.
Random.
He gave every team a number. Then he had a random number generator, and that would be the team that he would pick.
And
Road,
that's why he went
home,
out.
Whoever.
Week 1.
Lasted longer than me.
Did he really?
Yeah,
what did
lasted
you go out?
longer than me.
Where did he go?
Me and my big NFL brain. I have a big NFL brain.
All right.
Yes, that's what they say.
So today is Tyler's game.
Yeah.
I love how you say my name, John. Say it again.
Tyler's game.
Tyler's game.
I don't know. Tyler, if you had to pick a favorite to win this game among the 4 of us, who would you pick? Is the subject matter favor one guy over the other?
The winner will be in the room that I'm sitting in now.
Okay.
Whoa.
So either me or
Brian or
yeah.
Greg.
Okay, we will find
There you
out.
go.
We'll do some game of games
I've won
coming
3
up.
in a row. Make this
Have
4.
you really?
Yep, I've won 3 in a row. Friday, Monday, and Tuesday.
The streak ends. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Oh, let me tell you about Amazon. So here's the deal. I owned a business for 35 years here in Southern California, and if I was open now, I would definitely be in on this program from Amazon. Here's a way to make some extra money with Amazon Hub Delivery. So here's the deal. It's super easy. Every day Amazon delivers packages to your business. Then you and your staff turn around and deliver them, and then you get paid for every package you deliver with weekly direct deposits. You don't need experience. You don't have to sign a long-term contract, and if you refer another small business, you get $500. Get some extra income for you and your business with Amazon Hub Delivery. Go to Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano
Anyone can fight, but calljacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and it is producer Tyler's game today. The great Scott Kaplan's here. Cappy, what's up?
Well, I'm really looking forward to hearing more about your night last night.
So much fun.
With Beto. I want to hear about tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Left field.
Oh,
you know,
they left in the fourth inning.
No, they did not.
Yeah, Beto said we got to go, and
Oh,
he was
really?
driving. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you wouldn't rat people out.
What's that?
I thought you wouldn't rat people out.
I'm not ratting him out.
You did.
You just asked me why'd you leave, and I said because Beto needed to go. It's not. I'm not being a rat.
All right. Was that the game plan? Because I could see Beto going, and Mace, we're going to keep drinking until the bottom of the ninth inning,
Well,
Mace.
I'm not a hardcore drinker.
No, I know that, but he
Yeah.
was trying to push it on you.
Yeah, he was trying. He had those baseball bats that were filled up with
Yeah,
beer, like
yeah.
we figured out 26 ounces.
How
that
about
kind
his
of stuff.
Yeti, the black plastic bag?
He did bring the black plastic. He did have a black plastic bag, yeah, filled with beer. All right, so producer Tyler, what's the game today?
All right, so yesterday was National Video Game Day. So the game today is fun facts about video games, which is why I think
Yeah,
the winner will be in this
I'm
room.
not going to scratch here, but let's give it a shot.
I think.
Is
Look,
it
John.
multiple choice?
I think you have a fair shot. It's a multiple choice game.
Okay.
So everybody's got a fair shot, in my opinion.
Okay.
So we'll go here
We're
with
all
number
equal
one.
because probably none of us know anything about video games.
You'll be. I think
Ask
you'll be
Call
pleasantly
of Duty
surprised.
questions. I'll be good.
I think you'll
Pong.
be. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
So number one,
Galaga.
this was the first
Invaders.
successful. You
Centipede.
guys, can you stop shouting games out, please? You're ruining my questions.
Oh, sorry,
All right,
go ahead.
This was the first successful arcade video game to release in 1972. Was it A, Pac-Man? Now keep in mind, first successful video game.
72.
So was it A, Pac-Man, B, Pong, or C, Space Invaders? John, we'll go to you first.
I'll say Pong, B.
Cappy?
I'm also going to go Pong.
Mace?
Pong.
Brian?
Let's go Pac-Man.
My
Greg.
name's Greg. Pong.
The correct answer is Pong.
Yes.
Everybody but Brian,
I remember
right?
playing Pong. By
Yeah,
today's
you remember-
standards,
Yeah.
it was the most boring game
Oh,
in
yeah.
the world.
I mean, boop.
Slide your paddle
Yes.
along the bottom.
It's
Along the
digital
bottom.
tennis. That's exactly right. All right, number two. Ralph H. Baer is often described as the father of video games after he released this very first video game console, also back in 1972. Was it A, the Atari 2600, B, the Sega Genesis, or C, the Magnavox Odyssey? I don't know who it goes to, John, so you got to direct traffic.
Go to Brian.
Brian.
The last one you said.
Magnavox Odyssey.
Greg.
The Atari 2600.
Mace.
Magnavox
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
I'm with Greg. I say it's the Atari Cap.
Yeah, I'm also going Atari 2600.
It is the Magnavox Odyssey.
Really? Nice.
So
I thought Atari was first.
The first
Brian, you
ever
got that right?
Yeah, I got that.
video
All right,
game console.
Mason
Did you know that,
has the lead.
Mr. Video Game. Let's
Yes,
go.
Yeah, you guys thought you wouldn't get it.
Everybody else has one.
I made this a fair game. All right, number three.
Atari was first.
All right, go ahead and
No, I don't
Google
know.
that,
No,
Greg.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Fact check.
Number three. Since the first generation of home video game consoles, how many game consoles have been released? So this is dating all the way back to 1972. Was it A, 960, B, 870, or C, 540?
Those are all so different.
Greg.
Oh, my God. 960, 870, or 540?
Yes.
Good listening.
Thank you.
That was good.
Excellent retention.
Comprehensive
and ways you were
listener.
able to
Great
recall.
recall.
Yeah,
Impressive.
now how about giving an answer?
All right, I'll try and give an
Okay,
answer. I'm going to go with 870.
Mace.
I'm going to go 870 also.
I'm going to go 540. Cap.
540.
Brian.
Yeah, I'm going to go 540.
You are all wrong. It's 960.
Nobody got it.
So that was the biggest number on the board, right?
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, that is the amount of video game consoles that have been released since 1972.
How does Mr. Video Game not know that?
Yeah,
I know.
what the
Mr.
heck?
Video Game should be rocking
Number
this thing.
4. This was the first video game console ever played in space. Was it A, the Sega Dreamcast, B, the Game Boy, or C, the Sony PlayStation Portable, also known as the PSP?
This one is Mace.
Was it A, Sega Dreamcast?
I'm going to say Game Boy.
Okay.
Then it's to me. So it was Sega.
Sega Dreamcast, Game Boy, or the Sony PlayStation Portable?
PSP.
I'm also going to go Game Boy. Cappy.
Yeah, I also wanted to go Game Boy, but now maybe I need to make a move.
All right.
Decide.
All right, Game Boy.
Brian.
Yeah, I'm going to go Game Boy.
Craig.
Do I want to make a move? No, Game Boy. Go Game
The
Boy.
correct
Everybody
answer
went
is Game Boy.
Okay. Everybody got it.
Yeah.
I was gonna go
The
PSP.
Game Boy
Yeah,
was the
'cause there
first
was
ever
one you could
console
carry
played in
around.
space.
Yeah, PSP is also the same way. It was
Yes.
longer.
Oh, it's same.
That's
Right,
why
but
I
it
put
was
it there.
generations after.
All right,
Yeah.
Mason has 3. Everyone else has 2.
All right, here we go. Number 5. If you grew up with video game cartridges, like I'm sure we all have, you remember blowing into it when it wasn't working,
Right.
even though it explicitly said not to. On the
Yes.
cartridge, it explicitly said,
It worked.
do
It
not
worked
blow
every
into
time.
this
Yes,
thing.
do not blow
Yet
into it.
everyone and their mother did so. Someone holds the record for the amount of cartridges blown into within a 20-second period. The amount of cartridges blown into within a 20-second period. Exactly right.
Yeah.
How many cartridges did they blow into in 20 seconds? Is it A, 16, B, 37, or C, 43?
And how long did they have to do it?
20 seconds.
43. Cappy.
Yeah, I'm going 43.
Brian.
Yeah, 43.
Greg.
37.
Mace.
37.
The correct answer is 43.
Yeah, we got a ball game. Ball game.
Now,
Tie
wow,
game.
it's
I'm
tight.
back. God.
All right.
Dang it.
Everybody has 3 except for Bergman, who has 2.
No,
and I
I
just
have
want
3.
the record to show you all thought you
Did you
would
get that right?
I got
be in this
Game Boy.
game.
No, you did, but you missed
It's a
that
competitive
I
game.
missed that one, yeah. So I was tied with everybody.
Yeah.
one. No, you had 2. You still have 2.
And everybody
you
has
missed that
3?
one. Yeah, everybody else
Oh,
has
okay,
3.
that's right.
Complaining.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
no, that was a point.
complaining.
That was a point of clarification.
I
That was
call
a point of
that
clarification.
complaining.
That was a point of clarification.
That was
How do
very
you how do you
close.
rule?
It's
complaining?
No, I was
Brian,
no. It's his
Brian,
game.
how do you rule?
Complain.
Complaining?
Hold on.
Can't
Hold on.
do
Let's
that.
consult the judges.
I'm going to say not complaining
Judges, what
because it's
say
going to
you?
win anyway.
I'm going to say complaining.
I'm saying
Okay.
right.
It's-
So
it's
Tyler,
Bri-
you're
it's
the
Tyler's
deciding
game.
The
vote.
judge panel says it was a point of clarification.
Okay, let's keep going. Greg, you're very lucky.
Judges.
You are
Thank you,
lucky.
judges.
Well, I may have just cost myself.
Number 6.
Yeah, you
Now
sure
if
did.
Bergman wins,
Yeah, I know.
you guys
It's your
blew
fault,
it.
No,
Kevin.
he's the only one that's a point behind, so
Yeah.
I'm not worried about
Here we
him
go,
yet.
gentlemen. There are 8 questions with a tiebreaker. Here's
Okay.
number 6. This is the best-selling video game console of all time. Is it A, the Xbox 360, B, the Sony PlayStation 2, or C, the Nintendo Wii?
Oh, this is hard. Cappy, this one's to you.
Xbox 360.
Brian.
PS2.
Greg.
See, that's kind of what I thought too. What was the?
The 3 options are the Xbox 360, the Sony PlayStation 2, or the Nintendo Wii.
The Nintendo Wii.
Mace.
Sony PlayStation.
I'm going Nintendo Wii. What is it?
The correct answer is B, the Sony PlayStation 2.
Yes!
Is
Mason.
the best-selling
Did
video
anyone
game
else guess
console
that correctly? Okay, so
of all
Mason
time.
and Brian have 4.
Okay.
There are 2 left. I have 3, Cap has 3, and Bergman has 2.
I have to
Yeah,
go
you
down.
got it. You get to go
You
last.
missed a video game.
Second to last question minus the tiebreaker. Here we go.
Okay.
Studies have shown that if you play this brick-aligning video game, it can curb sex, drug, and food cravings. Is it A, Tetris, B, Minecraft, or C, Super Mario World?
Okay, this one goes first to Mason.
I'm going to say it is Minecraft.
Brian.
I'm going to go Minecraft, too.
Cappy.
What were the afflictions?
A,
at it?
Tetris.
No,
the
no.
afflictions.
Yeah.
Sorry. It can curb sex, drug, and food cravings.
Tetris.
I am agreeing with Cap and going Tetris, Greg, which leaves you one.
So I have to do the other one.
You
'Cause
should.
The only one
the answer
left.
is Tetris, but I have to go Super Mario World.
All right, what's the answer? Tyler?
Greg is correct. The correct answer is A, Tetris.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that means Cappy and I got it.
I'm out.
Greg's out.
Wow, I might be wrong.
Okay. It is a 4-way tie.
Awesome.
Brian
Ball
4, Mason 4, Cappy 4, Ireland 4. This is the last question, Tyler, and then
Can I start complaining?
And then there
we
is a
go to the
tiebreaker.
yeah, you can complain as much as you
Pot
want.
him down.
was
Pot him
nonsense.
down, Brian. Quick, pot him down,
Bullshit
Brian. Quick.
question.
All right,
All right, here we go.
Number 8. The famous Grand Theft Auto video game created by Rockstar was originally supposed to be this type of game, a much tamer and arguably more widely accepted type of game. Is it A, a brain teaser, B, a racing game, or C, a role-playing game?
One more time. I got to hear that again.
The famous Grand Theft Auto video game that was created by Rockstar was originally supposed to be this type of game, a much tamer and arguably more widely accepted type of game. Is it A, a brain teaser, B, a racing game, or C, a role-playing game?
Got it.
Okay, Brian, this one's you.
I'm going to go C, role playing.
Mace.
Sounds like role playing.
Cappy.
Taking my shot here to go for the victory. I'm going for B, racing.
What was the first one?
Brain teaser.
I'm going brain teaser. What's the answer?
We have a winner. And it's Scott Cappy.
Yeah, Cappy! Yeah! Let's go, Cappy! Yes!
Nice job, Cap.
Yes!
All right, so just for fun,
Yeah.
tiebreaker.
Okay,
That was a good
just
game,
for fun. That
Tyler.
was
Really
a
good.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. So as you can imagine, there have
Right,
been...
mine for Friday? No, I'm just kidding. Go.
No.
Sure, if you need help, I'm
You
here
know
to help
you have tomorrow, right, Brian? Greg, you have Friday.
As you can,
okay.
here's the tiebreaker just for fun.
Okay.
As you can imagine, there have been many video games created since their introduction in the 1970s. Millions, in fact. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Without going over, how many millions of video games have been published?
All right, Cappy, this one's you. You've already got the victory. You're just going for bragging rights.
Do you want to just write it down and do round robin?
Yeah. Write it down.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Write it down.
Just write anything down.
Okay.
Okay.
The question one more time while you fill out your answers. As you can imagine, there have been many video games created since their introduction in the 1970s. Without going over, how many millions of video games have been published? John, we'll start with you.
I wrote down 16 million.
We'll go counterclockwise. Cappy, go ahead.
8 million.
Mace?
5 million.
Brian?
75 million.
Ooh.
Greg?
I put 363 million.
Somebody got it on the nose.
Who? Oh, my God.
And that person is Steve Mason.
Oh!
It's a video game.
5 million games have been created.
I've played most of them. Played most.
Nice job,
Tyler,
boys.
excellent game.
Good game,
Thank you,
Tyler.
thank you.
All right, let's hit the Super Stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There we go. And Shadano's here. Cappy's here. Real quick, I want to get this in. Game of Games brought to you by the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie. Everybody loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. Remember, anybody can fight for you, but Jacob is the one that's going to win for you. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. So what's up, guys?
So am I now, like, in the running to win the month because I'm on the board?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah, Greg's in first place. He only has 3, I think.
Really? You got 3? And I gave you one the other day. I had you beat.
You did. I came back and won.
Yeah, you did.
How many have I won?
Yeah, let me 1, 2, 3, 4.
That would be
0.
Zero.
I don't know why I'm so bad at this. Maybe it's because I
just guessing.
don't give a blank.
Yeah,
No,
I think that has something to do with
guessing.
it.
Yeah.
So,
Bad
Mr. Video
guesser.
Game, hey, George, we were
Mr.
talking about
Video Game.
We just did Game of Games. We were talking about video game consoles. So I think George knows this story, but my dad is the cheapest guy on the planet.
Oh, okay.
And
Charlie.
and I'm now becoming the second cheapest guy on the planet.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's just happening. So when I was a kid, I so badly wanted an Atari 2600.
Okay.
Because my cousin had an Atari 2600. And we played Missile Command and Frogger and things like this, right? And so my dad would not get me one. And I'm a little kid. I'm not like, cutting grass yet or washing cars at this point.
Right.
So I said, Dad, I really want this Atari 2600. It was like $100.
Yeah.
And so my dad said, we're not going to do that. We're just not going to do it. But then my dad said, but I've got a plan.
Right.
Okay. So my dad had a friend who had an Atari 2600.
Even back then, Cappy's dad had a guy.
Right? You're going to love this. My dad's friend had an Atari 2600.
Yep.
It broke.
Okay.
This guy, he don't care. He's going to get another Atari 2600. So he goes to the store, whatever the electronics store is back then, walks in, buys the Atari 2600. My father's waiting in the parking lot. He takes the old one. He puts it in the box that the guy just bought it. and he walked back into the store and returned it and said, this thing doesn't work, and then walked out with a brand new Atari 2600, and I had my Atari.
What a scam.
Now, Mace, is that is a shady life hack.
Super
right
shady.
there.
Super shady.
Is it immoral or a little bit genius? Closer to which word?
Immoral is a tough word, but it's immoral. Yeah, no, I mean,
I think it's
super
a little
shady.
bit genius.
It can be both. Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't know if Shadano will agree. Two things can be true at the same time, right, George?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I steal that from you all the time.
I use that all the time.
You know what I use all the time? I'm not an absolutist.
Yeah.
Just want you to know that. Like, I feel strongly about this, but I'm not an absolutist.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm trying to think of something that I am an absolutist on.
I could tell you one. I hate Southwest Airlines because I can't pick my seat before the flight. That I am an absolutist about that.
You
like,
will stay off Southwest if you
I
can.
will only if there's no other choice, then I will jump on. And by the way, their employees are incredibly friendly. Their company is nice. I just hate I can't pick my seat before the flight.
Yeah. I'm an absolutist. I never want to do anything to do with a Mount Rushmore on the radio. I think it's
that's pretty hacky. That's pretty hacky.
You can no longer work with Michael Thompson.
Oh, Michael's like Mount Rushmore. Well, the other day, Morales, Mount Rushmore of one-hit yacht rock wonders.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a reach.
Mount Rushmore.
That is
My
for
ass.
sure. Yeah, there's very few things that I think I'd be an absolutist about, but I'm sure there are some. I mean,
what about a golf thing? I feel like no.
Okay, so here's a weird thing I do in golf that other people do not do. I talk to the ball. Do you talk to the ball, Captain?
Do you really talk to the ball?
You saw me play the other day. If I hit the ball in the air, I will go get left, 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 go left, bounce left.
Right,
It always bounces right, but I still talk to him.
Ireland, that's like the equivalent in basketball when guys shoot the ball and then they kind of lean in one direction because they want to steer the ball.
Yeah. I once saw a comedian. He said, golf is an acronym. Did you guys know what golf stands for as an acronym?
No.
He said,
gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
No.
Okay.
No.
2023. Hello.
Yeah, me too. No, what it was is he swings the club and he goes, good, over, left. F word.
Yeah.
Somebody told me the reason you play 18 holes in golf is that if you bought a full bottle of whiskey, it has 18 shots in it.
Oh, there you go.
And so it would get you, if you did a shot after every hole, that would get you through the round.
Mace, any shots last night at the
No
Dodger
shots.
game? Really?
No
Beto didn't
there
push
was a
tequila?
Freddie Freeman shot that we thought was coming our way and didn't quite get there.
Did you? Oh, so you weren't there for everybody to give Freddie his birthday ovation?
Yeah, we were there.
You were?
Yeah, because Julian... let me see. Julian Torres, the lead singer for the mariachi there, actually saying happy birthday to Freddie.
But there was a whole thing that happened in the stands later in the game where Freddie's at first base and everybody started going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't see that? You're gone. You're already
No,
gone.
Beto dragged me out.
Now, why did Beto leave?
Beto was like, we don't. I'm trying to think. He had something really important he needed to do last night.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
leave, apparently.
Really? Yeah.
All right, so George or Cap, were you guys listening earlier when we were talking about Hostess?
Hostess, you mean the
No,
cakes?
but
Okay.
I did see it in the rundown that Tyler sent out.
Okay, so...
You read their rundown?
You're reading our rundown?
Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen, I feel like if Tyler and Emily and Lindsay, well, I already know what Lindsay does because I was on the show.
Of course.
If the other two send out a rundown, I'll glance at it. They're sending it out for a reason.
So do we all share our rundowns? Is that an
I don't
official
know.
thing?
I don't even open our rundown.
Well, but it's a post-show rundown. It writes what you guys already talked about.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so George, you may
open
already know the answer to this, but Cap, I'll throw it at you. Hostess, the company that makes Twinkies and Ding Dongs and Ho-Hos and
snowballs.
Yeah.
The pink one with the white stuff on them
was really good.
Was sold this week.
Hostess was
sold.
Really?
Take a guess at what it sold for. Take a shot.
I'll say $6 billion. All
right, I guess $200 million. Sedano, what do you think?
I think Cappy. I know the answer because I now remember.
Okay.
Yes, I remember now going
Cappy's
back. Yeah.
just about right.
Yeah,
really?
you almost hit
it was
on
like
the number.
5-point-something billion, right?
billion.
That's what it was.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Ireland doesn't understand that. I mean, Hostess, man, they're calling out every time I walk into the AM PM. Hostess is calling me like, Tungus is like, here are the snowballs.
Yeah,
people are there.
Yeah,
they love it.
It's funny because Johnny, I would agree with you. Like, do people still buy these things?
Apparently.
Oh yeah.
By
the way, snowballs and honey buns. Do you ever have the honey bun with the white icing all over?
Oh, yeah.
Occasionally. God, that's good.
Yeah, the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't like the snowball, George?
Nah, I don't like that one.
Oh, those
Do you
are
guys
good.
know that here at our
I prefer
studios-
Little Debbie snacks over Hostess.
Oh, Little
really?
Debbie's great. The oatmeal cakes for
Oh,
Little
those are-
Debbie.
Those are fire.
Apparently,
Killer.
Those cakes you're talking about,
Yeah.
Nick Saban eats 2 or 3 every
day.
day.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah.
The oatmeal cookie, it's got just like a little spice to it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean
And
like
it's got the cream, the vanilla cream inside.
Yeah.
You know what's good is Tasty Cakes is also good.
Tasty
They're
cakes.
big in the back east.
Back
My
east,
cousin
yeah.
in Pennsylvania used to always
Because
eat
they,
those.
they had a cupcake called a Yankee Doodle.
And they had a butterscotch zinger that was really good.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
boy,
isn't
isn't it sad that I know all these things because I've eaten them all?
Cupcakes are expensive though now if you get the fancy ones because
George,
I went to
you know that place that's next to Tin Roof in Manhattan Beach?
Yeah.
What's it called? Sprinkles?
Yeah.
The cupcakes are like $8 each.
Well,
if you get a
they're
dozen
like,
cupcakes, it's like $100.
Damn.
Yeah, it's $5.50 per cupcake.
I mean,
Yes,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
nuts. I went to the one, John, they actually have I was at the Americana in Glendale a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And they have a Sprinkles that's like an ATM.
Yep.
Like you go
Like a vending
there-
machine?
It
yes. Yes. You go there and you go. It has like a digital screen and you pick which cupcake you want, and then like a little thing brings out your cupcake, like a little arm puts your cupcake. It lifts the window, leaves it there, and will and you take it and you can pay with your card.
Yeah, there's one in Hollywood and Highland. We got cupcakes one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cupcake ATM.
Yeah.
Has there anybody here ever gone to our little kitchenette here at 710
Yes.
and looked at the available snacks?
No, I've never actually looked at the snacks.
but I very rarely bought. I've only bought them like 2 or 3 times.
So
I had the trail mix one time.
do you guys know that there are Twinkies?
Yep.
Real Twinkies with the yellow cake with the creamy stuff and the soft, and then when you pull it off, it's got that brown layer on the white cardboard, and you got to lick that
What's
off.
that?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, Funch got Twinkies last night at the game. Come back to me with Twinkies. I know you like sweet stuff. Here, eat these. I'm like, no, I'm not going to eat them. He said, you eat one, I eat one. But you do. You have to that layer stays on the cardboard,
Yeah,
and
gotta
you do
eat.
go back and get that.
Got to. It's like delish.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're eating an In-N-Out burger and like there's that little thing of cheese that just sort of happens off to the
Oh,
side with the sauce
yeah.
and the
So
onions,
good, yeah.
and you'll
Yeah,
put
yeah.
the paper in your mouth and you don't care because you'll eat it no matter
Yep,
what.
yep.
That's what happens with these Twinkies. But who here eats Twinkies?
Yeah, I don't know. Anybody over there get the Twinkies?
Those Twinkies have probably been there for a long time.
That's my point, George.
Twinkies last forever.
Yeah.
There's no.
They do. That's true. No
there is-
expiration.
like,
apocalypse.
If there's an apocalypse, Twinkies will be what we live on.
We should start hoarding these things.
Hoard Twinkies.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got them there. We know where to go.
Yeah, we know where to go. Just the kitchen. Yeah, I've never been out there. I hear it's I never eat during the show.
Never.
So, is it an honor bar? Right.
It is. So the deal is everything is exposed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so even there's like a soda machine that has.
Greg, who was it that she doesn't work here anymore? But somebody used. Oh, it was Janice. It was Janice Garcia.
Oh, she would just take the food
She would
and
just
leave.
take the food and leave.
Well,
She
yeah.
thought, I thought it was here for everyone.
Well, I think so too. Like the first time.
No,
I
you
went-
pay
that
for
would
it.
be the dishonor bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
if you're just walking away with Twinkies
Right.
and not paying anything, that is not honor.
Right. There's a brand in there called Honest Tea, and if you don't pay for it, it's dishonest tea. Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at this thing. The first time I ever went to use it, I'm like, oh, I just thought it was here. I didn't know that you had to pay for it. And then I realized, wait a second. There's like a camera in the little thing that you swipe your card.
No,
And-
is there?
I swear to you, there is.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah.
It shows your face on it.
On the handle of the machine, the drink machine.
Yeah. There's a camera, and if you don't pay for it, they now know you have no character.
Yeah, that's
you are,
right.
You are a person of
A low
no
character person,
That's
yeah.
right. Because nobody's watching.
Yep.
And you didn't pay.
You know, that's how you know it's what you do when nobody's watching.
Right.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Janice, unfortunately, is on
unfortunately,
camera walking away.
Remember the great philosopher Winston Wolfe once said,
Is that a real name?
Yes, just because you are a character doesn't mean you have character. Does anybody know where that's from?
That
Winston
is-
Wolfe, the philosopher.
don't know Winston Wolfe. Is that an actual person, or did you just make that up?
Yes, Winston Wolfe.
You're saying from Pulp Fiction.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Pulp
George.
Fiction. There
Thank
you go.
George.
Yeah, now I get it. Ireland's favorite movie. He
mean,
hates
how
Pulp
does the
Fiction.
host
Yeah,
of
I do. I'm one of the only people. Like, George, it's your favorite movie, right?
It is. I watch it every single time. I'm a big Tarantino guy. I've watched Kill Bill Volume 1 like a million times. That's my favorite one
Is it?
after Pulp Fiction.
Mine is Inglourious Bastards. I just
Inglourious
love
Bastards is good.
Any movie where at the end Hitler dies is a really good movie.
Always good. Yes, I would agree. Speaking of things Ireland likes, let me tell you something. Your UCLA Bruins are pretty good. That kid Dante Moore is
play.
a beast.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
And I think he's only a freshman.
Yeah, he is. True freshman. Yeah.
You know what I like about what UCLA's doing? I don't know. I mean, they'll probably finish 8-4 like they do every year. But but what Chip Kelly had when he was at Oregon was he had faster players than everybody else. UCLA might have 3 or 4 of the fastest guys in all of college football.
I'm not
That
sure.
Branch kid at USC might be the fastest guy I've ever seen.
Zachariah Branch is crazy.
But I want to see what UCLA is going to do when they're not in these warm-up games. You know, like they played that first game against Coastal Carolina. They went down to San Diego and beat up on San Diego State last week because they've got a lot of explosive plays on offense. And then this week, they're playing like North Carolina. I'm trying to remember the name of there's another word.
Is it A&T?
No, something, but I believe it's an HBCU, I think.
Well, they played an HBCU last year.
Right, but I think
they're playing North Carolina Central.
There we go. Thank you. Is that an HBCU?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, now it's.
But that's a nice thing, by the way. That's a big payday for
and a huge
HBCU.
payday for
and
North Carolina
and
Central.
it gives UCLA 3 weeks of what I'll call collegiate preseason. Right. You know, you're not playing anybody that's up to your caliber yet. So I don't know what week 4 is for UCLA. I haven't gone that far.
At Utah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, then things change.
Yeah,
and then they've got the Cougs coming to town. The Cougs just beat Wisconsin, and Oregon State is a top 20 team.
Right.
They've got a little bit of a stretch here,
Yeah,
and Colorado at the end of October.
In the dying throes of the Pac-12, somehow 8 teams are in the top 25.
By the way, do you know? Fun fact: that is the most Pac-12 teams or Pac-10 or whatever Pac that's been in the past, most in the top 25 in its history, in the conference history.
And if USC...
And they're dissolving the conference.
I know. Isn't this insane?
It's so weird.
And if USC were to be able to run the table, or even if, let's just say, they had one loss.
One loss, you can get by.
You now have an athletic director that has a seat at the table.
Yes. What do you mean?
Well, the athletic director that USC just hired is part of the college football playoff committee.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there.
Yeah.
But I think you have to walk out of the room when they're talking about your school.
Maybe so, but you have
But
relationships.
you still get to vote.
You got relationships with all these people.
Yeah, I think, by the way, conference of quarterbacks, too.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders and Bo Nix and now Dante Moore.
Bo Nix is not a pro prospect.
But he's a nice player.
He's a good
nice
college
college
player.
You guys hear
quarterback.
about this guy named Caleb Williams? He's
I think
I
burying
think
the lead
kid from UCLA, I think that kid is going to be a star.
I think the kid at Washington, Michael Penix, might be better than all of them.
Well, he's got a big arm, that's for sure, Michael Penix. But they've got great receivers. Like those two guys, McMillan, and the other kid's name who escapes me at the moment. Those guys are NFL players for sure.
Bergie, what's the little white guy running back with the long hair? He looks like Fabio playing for UCLA. What's that little dude's name?
Oh my God!
Carson Steele. Carson Steele. Like you
Great
talking?
name.
That sounds like somebody from Dynasty.
Yeah, dude, you guys got to see him, man. He's got this long
And
blonde
he's not
hair.
little.
That's
He's
coming
like
out of his
6'4", 250.
I don't know if he's that big. I mean, I kind of feel like I watched him like from the field level this weekend. I didn't realize that he would be 6'4", 250. I thought he was like Christian McCaffrey, like 5'9", 5'10", like 205.
6'1", 215.
Yeah.
Okay, so but this guy, where did he transfer from? From somewhere
Ball State.
Ball State.
Ball State.
And now he's the starting running back at UCLA.
See, that's the transfer portal at its best. That's the point.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of the point, we're back tomorrow with both Joe Fortenbaugh, who's going to be our gambling guy this year, and Matthew Berry, the talented Mr. Roto.
Okay.
In the meantime, you guys got stupidity?
Lots
of
tons.
stupidity.
Tons.
Yeah. Shadano, Cappy, both here. The show is great when both of them are here, without question. My favorite afternoon show, bar none.
On this radio station.
On this radio.
Right.
Best afternoon show on this station.
Thank you.
Completely
I would agree.
All right, that's coming up next for you. See you tomorrow, 710 ESPN.